Hello and welcome. I am RxOliver and these are my friends, and today we're playing Deep Space. This is Be Silent, Ship of Death. I'm here with Sarah, our returning captain Steve, Dustin, David and Shaemus. Thank you for joining me for this one, lady and gentlemen. So we are playing Deep Space, Be Silent, Ship of Death. You're all going to get a chance to introduce your characters in a few moments. The battlecruiser Carmichael has ended up within the borders of the Conglomerate after a navigational error. The Conglomerate, a totalitarian regime with a brutal and oppressive rule, has seized the starship, ransomed the crew back, and are in the final stages of stripping the ship bare. However, one of the ransomed crew, Agent Solon of Military Intelligence, has reported that they have vital intel hidden on the battlecruiser that may avert a war. The explorers are tasked with getting on the Carmichael and retrieving the data. So, the explorers, that is you. So, my friends, I would like you all to introduce your characters to me. I will let Dustin go first as he's your captain.
Right.
And he can tell us why he's got a different crew tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking, Captain Steve Smith, and I'd like to thank you for joining us on this voyage. Our last crew was lost in a poker game at the nearest starport, and you are going to be substanent replacements. At least I hope. If you can convince them that the Christmas bonus that I lost is of no real importance and to join us for the next adventure, that'd be greatly appreciated. I'll even throw in a can of Coke.
Steve is your pilot, your captain. You are a crew of explorers and adventurers working for the nation of RxOliver, which will come in a few minutes, something that became canon in the last session. Your security for the evening is Benetto Garza. Introduce your character, Shaemus.
Yeah, my name is Benito Garza, but I prefer to be called 8-Ball. It's from my time in the Marines, but I'm here to do a job. I retired. I moved from job to job. Don't ask much more than that. That's all you need to know.
Very nice, mate.
And if any of you homos call me Benito, I'll kill
Homo sapiens, I take it.
So,
'Cause
for all of you who
we-
are older, will know that's a reference to the movie Stripes. But anyway.
I've not seen it.
Oh, you've never seen it?
No, just thought you were being nice
Oh,
enough. Old-fashioned
There's a
offensive,
crazy
mate.
character. There's a crazy character named Francis, and he tells all the guys in the troop, "If any of you homos call me Francis, I'll kill you."
Oh,
So
okay.
sorry, it was a little.
No,
And everybody was telling him, "Settle down, Francis." You know, so it was kind of a.
Okay.
It's kind of a joke.
Okay. No, I haven't seen the movie, or so I didn't get the joke. But
That's
fine.
why it fell flat.
That's your character. You can get cancelled. I don't care.
Note to
Not
self:
me.
contact HR when we
Yeah.
get to the nearest spaceport.
Oh my gosh.
But don't take HR to Coldplay concert.
No.
Right?
Never again.
Oh, there's
None of
no
that.
Coldplay 75 years into our future or 100 years into our future.
Okay.
It
Coldplay.
truly
I
is
didn't make
utopia.
it.
Yeah, it truly is utopia. Coldplay is gone. Okay, so that brings us to our scientist. David, introduce your character.
Well, I'm Camille van Akker. I have recently graduated from the university as a biologist, and it's actually my first mission here in space, and I'm very curious to, examine all the kinds of space fauna, flora, and bacterial life forms.
Settle down, Camille. All right, you need to settle down. This is it's not a field trip. You need to relax. Okay, it's probably not.
Oh
going
no,
to
it is not a
include-
field trip at all.
No, not
I
going
am
to-
very glad to represent the great nation of RxOliver and to expand its scientific knowledge of the
All
galaxy.
right, settle down, you.
I'm just pulling up the actual portraits of the characters on screen. So, last but not least, Sarah, would you like to introduce our medic?
Yeah. All right, so I'm Cassiopeia Jones. And at a young age, got a taste for adventure and exploring, and just happened to be pretty good at duct taping people back together. And I'm just here for the coke that was mentioned.
From what I am told,
It's a good time.
it is the Mexican version, the Mexican Coke. So, very good.
They
Better
have
have-
the
Which is-
best yayo.
Which is
It
legal
better
and
have
affordable
the-
in the nation. I'll have you know, it's legal and affordable in the nation of RxOliver. All drugs have been
That's what
legalized.
I'm here for.
Adults
is
can put whatever the fuck
fancy
they want
coke.
into their bodies in the nation of RxOliver, and all drugs have been legalized. For the record.
Well, that explains why the Netherlands was annexed by the nation of RxOliver now.
It was first. It was first under the wing, like under the empire. It was first to come. So that's your crew, Dustin. You've got a new crew for the adventure tonight. So you have been tasked with somehow getting onto the Carmichael, which we'll find a little bit more about in a second, and retrieving that data. So we're going to talk a little bit about the Conglomerate next. The Conglomerate is an area of space consisting of 12 star systems, 3 with settled worlds and the others that are resource rich. It was originally a bold plan for people of different nations and cultures to come together, but it was soon hijacked by greed and a lust for power, and is now controlled by Supreme Leader Gustav Klosch and his 2 sons, Vlad and Emir. It is a brutal regime that has complete domination over the citizens that live there, with control of the media, businesses, and even the family lives of individuals. It's nothing more than a crime syndicate in government form, and therefore a natural enemy of the RxOliver nation, of course. The Supreme Leader and his sons are featured prominently throughout the regime, with physical and holographic statues reminding the people that what each citizen does is for the greater good and to know their place. It's amazing how indoctrinated many citizens are, with complete and unwavering loyalty to the flag and Supreme Leader. So the ship Carmichael has ended up within the borders of the Conglomerate, within this area of space consisting of 12 star systems. And your government wants you to retrieve that military intelligence, that hidden vital intel that's on that battle cruiser. Your mission, the Explorers. Now that is the crew of the Bakabal. It means, it's Gaelic. It means clear the path or clear the way. I think clear the
I
way.
like it.
I have a graphic of a Romer class transport ship. Actually, you all see that in the journal, don't you?
Yep. Our sister ship is the Find Out, which
Yep.
is a science and investigation vessel.
Yours is kind of kitted out for a little bit of everything. It's kind of an all-rounder, jack of all trades ship. Your ship, the Fakabal. So you must get into the Conglomerate territory, board the Carmichael, and retrieve the data. It is a small data box hidden in a specific room of the vessel, and hopefully the Conglomerate have not yet discovered it. Intelligence.
We might understand that we don't care about the ship itself. Is that right?
Yeah, we don't. It doesn't. It's the ship itself is lost. It's been cannibalized. It's been stripped. There's not much left of it. Anything of value has been stripped from it
Oh, okay.
already.
So people have already gotten to it.
Yep. Yeah, but they haven't gotten to that hidden. So this military intel. I don't know if it's a chip or what, a data chip or whatever it is, but it's hidden somewhere on that ship and has not yet been discovered. Intelligence has a contact on the space station over the capital world Alpha Papa Charlie, also known as Klosch. So the capital world in this set of systems is known as Klosch. And we have intelligence there who will help you if you need it. His name is Gavon. And I've got a graphic for Gavon. If you look in handouts, that's Gavon. With his circular artwork to match everybody else.
The Matrix guy.
The Matrix guy.
Yeah.
Did you post a picture? Because I'm not seeing it.
A nice.
No, it's in the handouts.
It's in the handout.
Underneath
handout.
Casatopia Jones.
If I do that, that should show you it.
Yeah.
I see it now. Look at this guy.
You're not going to be able to go to the conglomerate space in your own ship. And there's not a ship that you can use for this. What you'll need to do is get from just outside their systems to this space station in a covert ship. We'll have a secret ship to get you there. We'll get you to that space station, but you're not going to have any reason to be there when security come knocking. So security is really tight there, and scrutiny is going to be certain. You'll have a very hard time justifying why your ship is there on that space station. So we're going to shuttle you to that, and then you need to get off that, and we'll shuttle you back onto this discrete ship, and then you've got to work out a way to get onto the Carmichael. So you've got to. There's a few different options. You could do false papers. Gavon could possibly get you false papers. You could stow away on a supply ship or something coming in and out. You could get close on another ship and spacesuit it over. However you decide to do it, we'll make some sort of roll for that. But your mission is to get to that ship, get on it, explore it, find the data, retrieve it, and bring it back.
Okay.
Gavon is your contact there on the space station on their capital world. He can get you whatever equipment you need, including pulse pistols, small explosives, and flak vests. But the flak vests aren't going to be much good because you're inside a spacesuit. You can't take your spacesuit off. You're going to be there's going to be no oxygen, so forget that. You can also even possibly get false papers created if that's the route you want to go down. But beware, there are other agents from 3 other nations who we've not named, we could maybe have some fun with that, who have taken an interest in what secrets the Carmichael might have to offer, and are likely to also be scouring the battlecruiser as well. So, would you like to, for fun, decide who are 3 other nations who might be vying for this information, who are potential enemies of the nation of RxOliver? That's fun. Let's do that.
Okay.
How about Greater Kazakhstan?
Do you think Greater Kazakhstan's... Okay, let's go Greater Kazakhstan. What's the second one? What's a nation that's going to be sniffing around this thing for that military intel?
Hold on.
What are we asking?
What Shaemus could be as offensive as possible.
I'm trying. Hold on. What was
You put him on the spot when you try and get him to do it like that. It's gotta be natural.
Natural.
The Neo-Trumpetian Order.
The
The Neo-Trumpetian Order.
Was
Yeah,
this
the
right?
Neo-Trumpetian Order,
okay,
which is 100 years in the future.
Yeah, so this
Is he like
these
preserved in ice,
these-
so he keeps ruling the
No. So these are worshippers like a cult, like Trump's deed, and they worship. These are Americans that worship Trump after his deed, and they're a mad
Okay,
cult.
but
I
they are
love
led
it,
by
Shaemus.
Baron, right?
I love that. Shaemus.
You know, that's actually,
Yeah.
but I like the
Yeah.
idea that Trump's still in ice or something.
What
Like,
are they-
Yeah.
Lenin,
what are
like
they
Lenin
called?
was kept.
What are they called? The Neo.
The Neo-Trumpetian
Neo-
Order.
Yeah, the Neo-Trumpetian Order.
The Neo-Trumpetian Order, and Greater Kazakhstan, and what's a third one?
Do we have a chat? I'll put it in the chat.
Canada. That can be
Canada, just
Canada.
Canada.
No,
Canada.
Canada's everybody. Canada's got no haters.
not so
Everybody,
nice
everybody
anymore.
likes Canada, and they've got no haters. So I'm just gonna pick on the one. I'm gonna offend the one country that nobody offends. Canada. We're at war with
Canada.
you.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Something happened in the last 100 years, and Canada's a bad guy that we might or might not be close to being at war with. In the great
while we
nation
are
of
making these
RxOliver.
nations, Shaemus, how tall has Baron Trump grown already at this point?
Here, I put it in the chat if I could
He's
spell.
got some shin implants to make him taller.
Yeah.
Trumpetian
At this
orbit.
point,
I
it's
love
like
that.
That's a Gattaca reference there. Gattaca, the movie Gattaca. Is that where you got that from?
No.
Oh my gosh, you stumbled. One of my favorite science fiction movies, Gattaca.
That's
The
funny.
guy has to cut his legs, and yeah, it's
Implants.
crazy. Yeah, to make him taller.
Woo.
Yeah,
That makes me hurt. That's
I know,
funny.
right?
Okay, so there are a lot of the. You might expect also a lot of military patrolling everywhere. Conglomerate forces in the conglomerate area, keeping an eye on the civilians and a closer eye on visitors and outsiders. The Carmichael, the ship, the battle cruiser, is old but still impressive. Battle cruiser was once one of the 10 in the fleet, but newer classes of ship have put the starship back in the role of support vessel. The Carmichael, in particular, was tasked with patrolling the conglomerate border, but it suffered a navigational problem during a simple jump and ended up on the wrong side of the line. It was immediately seized by the conglomerate, and the Carmichael's captain, under orders to avoid any political incident, surrendered their ship. However, the Carmichael wasn't just patrolling, it was gathering intelligence via Agent Solon. She put the intel in a data box and hid it in a sanitation room towel dispenser, which will be your first port of call.
Okay.
So make a mental note or write it down. She hid it in a data
Sanitation
box
room?
in a sanitation room towel dispenser. So a bathroom, a toilet. You know the paper towel dispenser. It's hidden in there in a bathroom.
Oh, we still got those?
And
All
you
right, wait,
will-
and
you will get a map, and I will show you a map with it on it as well.
That's where the data chip is on
That's
the
where
on
the data chip is. Yes.
Carmichael.
On the
Yes.
ship, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll I'll show you a map
Go
in a moment. In fact,
Here-
I'll show you a map just now. Yeah.
And is it in the ladies or the men's room?
most likely
I
the
don't know.
ladies.
I think we've got gender neutral bathrooms by now. I think
All right,
100
so-
years into the future,
Yeah.
I think we've got gender
Yeah.
neutral bathrooms. Like, so do you see this ship?
I do, and this
See the
is,
yellow?
So we have a schematic. Okay.
Yep, you have a schematic.
Okay.
Androids hold in electric pee.
And that is
That's an iRobot reference, right?
No.
no, it's
Blade
an
Runner.
android's dream. Dude,
Blade
it's a-
Runner, Blade Runner,
Philip-
Blade Runner.
It's a
Philip K. Dick. Yeah.
It's an
Yeah.
android's dreaming
But
of
this-
electric sheep reference.
Yeah.
This is the bathroom. Where
How
you
the heck
expected
do we
to
get in
find the
there?
ship. Well, we're going to work that out in a minute. So this once proud ship of war, a veteran of dozens of encounters, has fallen dark. It's been strapped to an asteroid to keep her in orbit, as her interior is stripped of weapons and equipment. The engines have been cannibalized, and even the armor plating is being removed, and she's just a husk in orbit of Cloche. The only thing keeping her alive is the barely functioning life support for the engineers tearing her apart, and the artificial gravity plates that help them. After all these years, she is to be silenced.
So here's what I suggest, team.
Yeah,
Still
tell me how
trying to
you
work
would
on
like to
my
get to it.
Yeah, I'm still trying to work on my accent, but I say, Captain Smith, since you are our leader, but this is my recommendation. We were told by what was his name, Gavos, that perhaps we could get fake papers. I recommend, since the Trumpetian order is in alignment with the conglomerate, given that they are both fascist organizations, a cult, they all think the same.
Right,
Perhaps.
so are we decided now
we-
that they're allied countries, so it's allied with the conglomerate. Right, okay,
So-
I like that. I
So
like that.
whether they are allied or
We're creating the
whether
canon
they,
as we go, guys. We're creating the canon
Yeah.
as we go. The Trumps
Whether-
they're allied with the conglomerate.
whether
Shaemus made
they
it
are
political.
allied whether they are allied or the Trumpetians are nothing more than fanboys for the conglomerate. It is not the point. I suggest perhaps that we should. I'm sounding a little Italian or French. I don't
went a
know.
wee
You're
bit French
sounding
for a
like
moment,
you're sounding like Galactic News Network. My gosh. Go in the back and smoke a doob and chill out. Come on. We
I
don't need any
recommend-
of your crazy left-wing conspiracies, okay?
But I
They're
recommend
just
that
a bunch of really tall, obnoxious businessmen.
Oh my days.
But I
Oh.
recommend we pose. I recommend that we pose as Trumpetians, and that
All
we're
right,
on
we'll
a
go get some
diplomatic,
stilts.
diplomatic mission.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you think?
We'll get some stilts. We'll color some mops orange. We'll throw them on our heads.
Well, I was thinking, since the conglomerate actually pays a lot of interest and focus to education, that we disguise ourselves as an educational group here to study this old relic of the conglomerate, so we can build some kind of educational
So
handbook about this ancient relic of the conglomerate.
I
We
like
could
that, David,
combine
but
our
let me just
two
be
ideas.
clear. The
Yes.
ship isn't a conglomerate ship. It's one of our
Okay.
ships that slipped over into their airspace.
Okay.
Yeah.
One of our ships that slipped into their airspace. And
Then we are there to
and we-
record
we had-
propaganda.
Our captain surrendered it over to them to avoid a political incident. But
Okay.
there is secret information that we need out of there to potentially avoid a war. What that
Okay.
information is on that intel, that's top government level shit. Like, you don't need to know that.
All
It's
right.
RxOliver's browser history.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. All right. If my
dead,
knowledge-
anyway. I'm long
All
dead.
right.
It's my successor by now.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. If my knowledge of the Trumpians is correct, I think that I can impersonate the speech patterns and the mannerisms well enough. I just have to sort of remember the holy text. I have to think about it. The art of the deal, the sacred
Yeah.
book.
My God.
Yeah.
I have to
that's
just
the
get in that
sacred book.
mindset.
Yeah.
I think I can talk them into letting us get on the ship.
Okay.
I like it.
I believe the national anthem is YMCA. Am I correct?
Yes.
It is. It is.
Young men, it's
Young
a
men.
place to get yourself clean.
Yes.
Anyway,
There's a
Look
YMCA
what
on
I've
every
done.
corner.
Look what I've
in
done,
there.
Oliver. I've created a
Every part.
monster.
You have
and I
created a
love it.
monster, Shaemus. 100%.
You are Dr. Frankenstein at this point.
I feel sorry
But
for
you
John
wanted
Hicks. I feel sorry for John Hicks when he watches us playing his game.
all right. So, all right. Do we have anything in the back to like haggle with? Guns, ammo.
So,
Dino pads.
you've got access to stuff through your agent Gavon if you go to see him. But
All right.
without going to see him, you still have all the standard loadout, which is a plasma pistol each, and your security has a blaster rifle. Your medic has you all have a med pack each, and your medic has an extra one. By the way, Dustin, I found it in the rules. Remember, I was like, oh, just heal D12. It's D4. It's not
What's
D12. You got very lucky in the last one. It's not D12. It's D4.
For heal?
Yeah. The med pack
Oh.
does D4
Man.
healing, and they have 2 uses each.
Oh well,
you-
I did get very lucky.
You each have one. Your medic has 2 of those. Your
Okay.
scientist, can't remember what you had extra. Did I even change it for you? I may have forgot to do that. Camille, you have... Oh no, you have 2 medical packs as well, so the scientist also has an extra medical pack.
Okay, great.
Nice.
Unless you can think of something that's kind of equally good, and then I'll change it. But I forgot. Because I gave you
Yeah, I
this-
don't know all
ga-
the items in the system, so...
What happened was you were the scientist before we had the medic, and I gave you like
Yeah.
a medic's kind of loadout
Mhm.
just in case. So you've got a medic's loadout as your scientist.
Okay.
The captain, you've got a remote control for your ship. Now it works up to a certain range. So if you don't want to go to the space station and see that agent, You don't have to, and you could then potentially just leave your ship just outside of Conglomerate airspace, and you would have to spacesuit onto, hitch a ride with something that's going into Conglomerate airspace and get your way to near it. You'd be very silly to take your ship into their airspace. If you take your ship into airspace, you're probably just going to get shot down.
You might lose it.
Okay, so let's go meet
Let's not do
Gavin,
that.
our contact. We'll see if we can get like some mass product. We're gonna lie like hell and say that this is a business deal because that's how they think.
I have a question. How
Yes.
do they recognize our ship as not being part of their nation? Is it a code? Is it something internal, or is it external? Is it like a paint
We
job?
don't have a giant flag dangling
think-
from the back.
I think
So-
I think
so-
it would be all done through computers and stuff, scanners, and
Might
we're 100
I-
years in the future.
Might I try something at our
Alright.
computer system and try to get us in, prim and proper, to
So you'd like to disguise the ships?
subterfuge? Yes.
Yeah.
Disguise
A digital
the ships.
cloak.
Yeah, a digital cloak. So disguise
Ooh.
its digital signal so that it
Exactly.
looks like right. Okay.
Ping us as a conglomerate ship.
Okay. I quite
Yeah, that
like
would be
that.
cool.
I quite like that.
I like that. Let's try to sneak, like, just, slide on in.
We just have to act a part, but we did.
We can do
Digitally paint it as a conglomerate ship.
Exactly.
I like that. I like that. Okay.
I mean, I am a biologist, but I have studied computer sciences as well, so I might as well give it a go.
What's your science skill?
My science skill is
We still
11.
posing? Are we still posing as Trumpetians?
No, well,
so,
he's talking about going down a different route. He's talking about posing as conglomerate, like actual locals. Because the thing is, the Trumpetians and the Greater Kazakhstanis and the Canadians, they're not necessarily allies of the conglomerate. I think we decided the Trumpetians are because they're mad dictatorships.
Right.
But the other two are just other countries that would be interested.
Interested.
Yeah.
We could still be Trumpetians on a conglomerate ship. Our papers, right?
That might cause
Well, you
even. But wouldn't that just cause even more confusion? Why are these Trumpetians on a conglomerate ship?
We're going on a diplomatic. We're being transported by a conglomerate ship because we are emissaries of the Trumpetian order.
But would they not be informed by that a diplomatic ship would be crossing their borders?
Yes, that's a good point.
True.
All right.
I think you guys are overthinking this. They only care about the art of the deal. Like
All
this,
the
it's
time.
it's not even really a government. It's kind of just a religion with territory. Let's just try and talk them into it.
I agree. So, how do I do this?
No,
What do I need to roll?
So you're gonna try to digitally. Well, thing is, I don't know if there's not really an increased difficulty in this game, but I guess I have to increase the difficulty of the roll. So a success is a 13. No, okay. I'll just make it the standard roll, right? So roll on science.
Okay.
My science is at a 10.
I'm just writing a code in the chat
Oh.
as I press the macro and it doesn't do
Yeah,
anything.
hang on 2 seconds. I need to fix that then. So that's
Uh-oh.
your science. Sorry, I've just typed the macro wrong there. I can fix that 1 second.
Captain, if I prove my medal today at today's mission, I would very much like to request to have a lap on your ship.
A lap? You can run around anytime you want. I'm not stopping you.
Try that.
So I can...
Try that button now, David.
Okay. So I can construct a lap in your cargo hold. Oh my god.
Yeah, if you want to make a running track, go right ahead. I mean, just you need paint or something, right?
No, I need computers and equipment.
So
Okay,
I
yeah.
don't know if you read the rules, but a 13
haven't.
is a success. That's how simple
Oh,
it is. You've got 11
God.
stats from 1 to 11, and a 13 is a success.
Just
so,
my luck.
So on your best stat, you've got 11 and 12 chance of getting a success, and that's your best stat. And you just rolled. The only thing that would give you a fail would be the 1, and you just rolled it.
Well,
So
that's
Well, I
okay.
did
Just get it out of the way.
You fail
Yeah,
to
I did
manage
say
to.
I'm not an expert at computers.
Yeah, you fail to get to manage to grips with Steve Smith's ship's computers. He must have some old relic of a ship or something from like 50, 60 years ago, and you're too young and you don't know the systems and the code language, and you can't.
Seems
you
like
you
I'll need a
can't
lot
get
more
around
than
it.
just a lab to get this place up and about.
Gosh.
I could try to give it a go, but I'm only at a 10.
You know what? Give it a shot, Miss Jones. I want to see how you do.
So,
A 10 means a 1 or a 2, and you fail, Sarah. So there you go. You managed to get
Okay.
into the computer's code.
Oh, so that's how you do
because
it.
it's
That
because
is
I'm
how
old.
you do it.
It's because you're
I
older. It's because you know what it was like 30 years ago. We converted from the QWERTY keyboard to some new arrangement, and everyone's
Yeah.
still just getting used to it. And all the
Oh.
boomers, like Cassiopeia, are struggling.
I mean, in Belgium, we've got Azerty, not QWERTY, so we might be using that.
Yeah, but on Steve's ship, he's still got the old QWERTY, so Cassiopeia was fine.
I was
Camille
right
doesn't
at
know how to
home.
do the- Right, okay, so you managed to get into the computer's code, and you get into like its transmitter signals, and you can write code that will make it look like a conglomerate ship. That should make it look like, to the best of your knowledge, a conglomerate ship. Don't ask me to go into more detail than that. Again, I am no Gene Roddenberry or John Hicks or any sci-fi writer. I don't know how it works. I don't know how computers work either. I'm a boomer.
Perfect.
So, you think, to the best of your knowledge, that if your ship's picked up by any scanners, that it would be picking up as a conglomerate ship. Is there any... Now, this would just, I suppose, be flavour, but what does your ship look like on the outside, Steve? Is it just a plain colour, or are you going to need to do something about the big giant penis that's like painted on the side of it or something?
So that
Who put that
was the
there?
result of our last security officer. She absolutely demanded that be put there. Before anything else, we're going to go back and we're going to spray paint the whole exterior gold.
Nice.
I like it.
Gold.
Mhm.
Gold.
Go.
Gold.
And there's gonna be this splash title like across the side that says "winning!"
No, it says
exclamation point.
huge.
You.
Actually,
Huge.
we'll do
Yeah.
winning on one side and huge on the other. So you're winning huge.
Perfect. That sounds
So
good.
you're going to physically and digitally disguise your ship, the
Mhm.
fuckaball that Chris named, and you're going to take it into the conglomerate airspace and try to just get close to the ship from there. Are you going to dock your
Yeah.
ship directly to the Carmichael, or are you planning on doing a spacewalk in between them? And
No, we're
hiding
we're
your
gonna
ship
get there
somewhere?
too. It's like, we're just gonna walk in, be really
all in the
loud and
face.
obnoxious, and blend in.
Yeah.
So you're right. Okay, so you're gonna have complete disregard for your ship if you get caught here.
All right. So we are camouflaged, right?
Oh,
Yes,
in
I believe
bright
so.
gold. You're just
Thanks
open,
to,
you're opening,
Miss Jones.
you're
Excellent
opening
work.
up the TPK really, really nicely for me here. I love it, Dustin.
No.
That's just setting me up beautifully. You I fucking love it.
Mhm.
He's getting excited. Like, yes.
I'm
I mean,
getting
let's be
excited. I can
honest.
smell the
Y-
TPK already.
You gotta risk it for the biscuit, man. I mean, there's no other way around it.
This is true. This is true.
All right. No guts, no glory. That's the American way. You have to understand it. All right, let me
This is true.
flip through the holy book.
It's the best way ever.
Coffee.
So the plan is to just fly right up and dock right on the Carmichael, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, let me move you to that map and then we'll talk about where about on the ship you want to dock to it. You animals. I love it. The government, I don't know if I read that bit in the PDF where it says the government of RxOliver said to not go in all gun blazing.
Did you? I don't remember you reading
I don't
that.
think you said that.
Did I not?
All right, so if we are following the words of our
Wait.
glorious leader,
Let me find it.
and-
It says it somewhere.
all right, if the holy cucumber has designated that we should not do this,
well,
Whatever
yeah.
whatever the PCs choose to do, intelligence want it done quickly and quietly. No guns blazing if they can help
Okay.
it.
okay.
All clear.
So I've
Well-
said it now. I've said it now.
Okay. All right. Well, this
All
is important info. How far away could we be? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you said a spacewalk, but doesn't that leave us open to just space? And anybody
So we
flying by?
need to decide a distance that the ship's remote works at. We've never worked that out last time. So Dustin's character has a remote control for the ship, so he can like
Yeah.
bring it over. What are we gonna say that the distance that works at is? Like 10 kilometers?
Something
It
like
has
that.
to be pretty short. It has to be pretty short. And in space terms, 10 kilometers is very short.
That's nothing.
Yeah.
I was gonna
That's-
say, yeah. Let
That's
us
the
de
slowing
forward
down
and then.
time for a ship. That's like when you're going fast, it's going to take you 10 kilometers just to slow down in a spaceship.
Yeah.
10 kilometers is not a lot of space at all. It seems like a long way, but it's not. So let's agree on 10 kilometers away is how close you can get.
Could Gavin get?
It's how far away from your remote control you can be. Sorry.
Could Gavin get us like a remote extender or something? Like amplify the frequency?
Okay.
Can you procure that?
That's not something that they had ready for the mission. So let's say
Oh, okay.
no, let's say that he goes away and he gets like, so he's just an agent. He can go and get an
Okay.
officer within the intelligence agency, and an officer will come
Okay.
in, and then I can make one of you make a charisma roll.
I don't know.
Would anyone like to make a charisma roll?
I'm not
All
sure
right.
how else we'd get in
I
there.
think
I'm
will.
quite charismatic.
I got a charisma too, so I don't know.
I'm
Let's see,
charisma
what's
10.
Let me take a look at my charisma really quick. I guess I'm taking the lead.
How
so
much
I
do you
guess
got?
I'll
My
do it.
charisma
I
is.
think Camille said
All
she had
right.
10, by the way.
Do what?
She's got 10 charisma.
Which
Camille
one?
is a 10,
Ooh.
obviously.
Camille. All right.
See what you got.
All right. So here's the deal. All right, Camille, can you affect the persona, because I will back you up as in the whole spiel if you need it.
Very well,
You
Captain.
do some talking, and if you feel the urge, just pull me in, and I'll hit him with the old 1-2. Okay.
You'll razzle dazzle.
Now,
Little
Before we
razzle
Yeah.
dazzle.
engage-
You be the razzle, I'll be the dazzle.
There is no
Okay.
mechanic for assists in this game. That'll all be for flavor, but I love it.
Before we engage, we should get our story straight. What exactly
Sure.
is our purpose?
Oh, we're looking to haul cargo and circumvent tariffs,
Okay.
because
So,
like
Are you?
they don't want any tariffs. They're sick of the tariffs.
So you're.
They're like, why are you charging us money to do business with us?
So at the moment,
You should
want
wanna
to
do business with us.
Are you at the space station where the contact is? Then are you going to see this guy, Gavos?
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
gonna go see him.
Okay. So do you just take your ship into the space station that's on this mother planet,
Mm-hmm.
just bracing its brass like that, thinking it's cloaked? Okay.
I walk to the.
I
to
don't
the-
trust
is it
that
the co- Is it the
grin.
cockpit? Is the cockpit, or how do we call it? The deck or something? And I would hail the station where we intend to board.
Right. Okay. So,
Um,
let's pull your ship up so that we're looking at it. 'Cause you're not actually here. I just wanted to pull it up. So your ship, the bridge is up at the top of the ship. Right. Okay. So you go to the bridge of the ship where the captain is. I mean,
yeah.
Are you all just in the bridge? I guess as the crew of the ship, you do all just hang out.
Real
in
quick,
the bridge.
I'm still looking at a map that I believe is the Carmichael.
Yeah, if you go to and it's in the handouts. If you go to the handouts, you can see
Okay.
your ship.
All right, hold on a second.
I can do this.
And what's the
actually.
name of the station we're docking again?
The station? I don't think had a name. Let me check.
Okay.
The station. I mean, the planet it's on is called Alpha Papa Charlie, but also known as Cloche. And this is a
Cloche.
space station over that capital world. So it's a space station in orbit above that planet. Space confuses me. Yeah.
If it hasn't
It's a
got a
space
name
station.
yet, let's call it Floating Papa.
Floating Papa.
Floating Papa. Okay.
Floating Papa. All right. Okay. So you're heading there, and you're hailing the ship first, David. On
Yes.
Okay.
Floating Papa, this is the Fargo Bella, asking permission to dock.
We've never heard of that ship. Who's that? Remember this guy, this agent. He's a secret agent in that space station. So this space station is Conglomerate territory, right?
Yeah.
And this guy is one of our guys, but they don't know he's one of our guys. So
Yeah.
the person on the radio's not in on it.
No.
You've got to get in there.
Yes, this is Camille van Acker from the Educational Board. We are here for an investigation to expand our curriculum about the conglomerate's great territories.
Right, I'm going to just hand wave that they're stupid for a moment, and I'm going to let you make a subterfuge roll. You may
Not
roll
speech! Another charisma.
Nah, not on charisma, on subterfuge, because you're being sneaky. You're not just
Yeah.
being charming and trying to get something out of them.
I just noticed, by the way, that the representative of education is Rishi Sunak, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So we have a handout for the
Oh
conglomerate.
no!
I'll show that for the viewers. There is actually a
Oh,
source
no.
book for the conglomerate. Let's just have a look at that, guys, because that's fun.
So help me understand something. So I have a subterfuge of 6. If I had rolled that, what do you set the difficulty? The DC
The DC's 13 for every roll.
is 13.
Yep.
And so because I have a subterfuge of 6, how does that work? I want to understand how deep space works.
It just
Then
added to your roll.
Then you'll need to
Right.
roll 4 or better. No, 6.
Yeah.
6. No, you
Yeah.
need to roll a 7 or better to get a success.
7 or
if
better.
You've got 6,
Yeah.
7 or better. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
So the higher your
My
stat is, the easier the
subterfuge-
roll is. The stats
Yeah.
are 1 to 11.
One.
So if your stat's 1, you have to roll a 12 to succeed. If your stat's an
Yeah.
11, your highest stat, then you can only fail on a 1.
Yeah.
And everything
And
else
so
varies.
when as he
between.
apparently fails, as he clicks off, I nudge him and I go, "I told you we should have been the Trumpetian order. It would have been a better ploy. I could have convinced him." Now I sound Russian. I don't know what the fuck.
So,
I'm doing.
Deep Space, and I'm just going to advertise the fantastic game of Deep Space again. Deep Space, the core game, is £1 on Drive-Thru RPG, and each of the source books is £1, each of the adventures is £1, and each of the supplements is £1. You'd be foolish
amazing.
not to buy it, and you can support my friend John Hicks, an independent, although published, writer of amazing TTRPGs, rules light RPGs, space RPGs, space horror RPGs. He does lots of cool shit. So check out Deep Space on Drive-Thru RPG, Farsight Games on Drive-Thru RPG. We're going to look at one of the supplements, because this will just give us a bit more background information about the conglomerate. Because we're going into their territory, let's learn a bit about them. So you'll find that in the PDF section in the journal. I've uploaded it. We can maybe take turns of reading it, because you seemed pretty keen on it, Dustin. In fact, Dustin, would you like to start us off?
The history of the conglomerate. With a total of 12 star systems in its regime, 3 of which have habitable worlds, and are within 3 light years of each other, the Conglomerate is a large sector of space which's grand experiment is conducted and inevitably failed. Please do not shoot us, fearless leader. Once a beacon of cultural and spiritual peace, the Conglomerate was created as a slice of the stars where people who tired of constant struggle between the other nations could escape to live a life of enrichment in a utopia where each person would contribute their worth, and their work was so that all could be. Is this some commie bullshit? This sounds like commie bullshit. This is absolutely commie bullshit. Within 10 years, a ruling class had emerged and took the reins of power. Oh no, it's not commie bullshit. It's just real history.
Yeah.
After declaring that the elections were stolen, the democratic system was corrupted, and that the elite had caused the ires of the nation. I'm starting to see why they were allied with the Trumpians. They seized power, declared themselves as the only ones who could save the Conglomerate, and installed themselves as supreme leaders. The totalitarian nation of the Conglomerate was born.
The ruling class refer to themselves as the government of the people, but they are exactly the opposite. They are a family who seized power through manipulation and lies, and preyed on a new generation who thought that their way was the best and only way. The supreme leader is Gustav Klosch, a man of small stature but huge charisma. And his 2 sons, Vlad and Emir. His wife of 12 years died not long into his rule after being out of the public eye for more than a year. Gustav Klosch has his palace on the capital world, Alpha Papa Charlie. This is the world that the space station is above. He is a dismissive and uncaring leader, but he is not cruel for the sake of being cruel. He is a calculating and intelligent man who thinks far ahead, always trying to arrange situations so that the outcome will benefit him and the Conglomerate in the future. His 2 sons rule the other 2 settled worlds, Alpha Papa Delta and Alpha Papa Echo. They are petty and vile and act with nothing more than vindictiveness towards their people, reveling in their position and power. Their father hates their short-sightedness. And then there's a bit more about the council and the government system. The military, the armed forces, are the conglomerate military, or CMIL for short. This force is tasked not only with defending the Conglomerate, but policing it as well. There is no real police force across any of the worlds, and instead of officers of the law patrolling, there are soldiers, barely equipped for policing, but more than happy to wade in fists first. They are not trained for police work, and the CSP take care of major criminal investigations, but there are some who try to do a proper job. So, this is just a little bit more about the Conglomerate. It's there for you to read at your leisure, folks.
And it's only like £1, right, if you want it?
£1 if you want to buy it. That's what, about $1.37 at last check. So, the plan is you're going to the space station, and you're going to go in there. Yeah, okay. You made a subterfuge roll of 9 though.
Yes.
Right, so
Yeah.
you made an absolute hack of lying to the person.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to be like...
Which is why I'm nudging him off mic, yeah.
Yeah, so they're going to be like, no, please reveal your true identity shit before we shoot you out of the sky.
I would like to respond to that.
Stop. Excuse me, but I would like to talk to your manager. We are here to do business with your people, and I cannot believe the level of incompetence that has occurred. This is the previous administration's fault. At this point, I cannot abide it. Please let me speak to your manager. We have very important business. It's going to be huge. It's going to be the best business you've ever seen in your life. You should go ahead and let me speak to your manager because it's best for everybody.
If he's watching, we're fucked. It's a great impression though.
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay, I would like you to make a subterfuge roll then, Captain Charisma.
Oh gosh.
Oh gosh.
All
a
right,
charisma
let's
roll.
see here.
I think in Call of Cthulhu we would call this a fast talk roll.
A fast talk roll,
Yeah.
aye, but I'm going to use subterfuge. Subterfuge is espionage and things like that.
That's good.
Oh no.
Captain.
Ooh.
They fire the
The
torpedoes at us
one.
now.
Yeah, well, you start to see some torpedo turrets like starting to turn the name towards your ship. What do you do?
I veer away.
I will report this to Secretary Risha Senek, and you shall be signed on for re-education, sir.
Okay. So do I have to make a piloting roll to evade?
Yeah, so you've got yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
hopefully.
Okay. So you
Oh,
better.
okay. Woo.
you avoid the first round of missiles that shoots at you as you
Damn.
fly your way back out of orbit of this planet. And I'd like you to make another one as the second round of missiles comes flying at you. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Oh, now we're rolling good.
Yeah, I'll give you
yeah.
a +2 on the third roll because you're getting a lot further away now. But you need to roll a third one. See. That's fine.
You stupid idiots! You're all a bunch of morons! This is what happens when you get a bunch of extraterrestrials to fly your missiles. You are incompetent. This is the best ship ever.
Undocumented extraterrestrials. I might add.
Exactly.
Go
You mean
find
illegal
this.
aliens, Shaemus?
Just tell me what they are.
I want to go on the record. By the
Oh.
way, for the record, I'm actually a pro-Trump person, so don't hate me. But I have a sense of humor, and I'm loving this.
Humor's the most
Yeah.
important thing.
100%, my friends.
is.
100%.
I think that if I'm hoping if I do well enough, I can get on the cabinet and.
You might.
that was
You might
it.
win
That
the
was it.
lottery for that role.
Yeah, that was a great joke. They're illegal aliens.
Yeah.
Extraterrestrials, call your xenobiologist. They will explain everything.
So
We have a xenobiologist. She's our medic. She's brilliant. She's genius. There is no greater xenobiologist in the galaxy.
Exactly.
What's your plan B?
Yes, what now,
Man,
Captain?
Tough, guys.
All right, so we go to the post office. We get a really big box and we mail ourselves in.
Talking about
We
mailing,
put ourselves in that box.
we could, perhaps, through hacking and computer science, send them a message coming from the Board of Education, informing them that they actually did fire upon a ship of the Ministry of Education.
What are you doing? Yeah.
Should like to send a false email, like a fake email,
Yes, exactly.
No.
to say that they have they've been firing on a Department of Education,
And that they have been
conglomerate Department
flagged
of
for
Education
possible
ship.
re-education.
Tell them that they failed to respond to the previous email and tell 3 things that they had done in the past week, and therefore they're going to be shot.
That's some good jokes.
Okay, let's try. Okay, you can try it with a subterfuge roll then.
Ooh,
You
mine's
want
a
to try it
one.
this time? I've got a sub.
Well,
I
it's
hate that word.
computer
A hard one
hacking.
to say.
It's computer hacking, so actually I'll let somebody roll on their science if they want. It's computer hacking.
My science is 10.
Ooh, I have a.
Mine's 11,
Oh
so...
yeah, mine's
Oh,
1.
yeah. Okay.
That's what.
Right.
Yeah, Sarah.
So, I hope I'm better at writing emails than I am at...
Well, hold on. We gotta let Sarah.
Masking or
She's
signal.
10. She's a 10.
No, she's 11. Camille's
I'm
11.
actually an 11 on
Oh,
this.
Camille's 11. Oh, okay, gotcha.
And it's a 13.
Perfect.
What are my rolls?
Talk about
Wait,
cutting it close.
Yeah, that works. A
13 or
will-
more
will
is
take.
a success. yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
So you send an email that is faked as being from the Department of
Anything email.
Education from the
Exactly.
conglomerate, telling them that these idiots have just fired upon a ship full of school students, Catholic school
Yes.
students.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they're like
It's like
little
we're here
girls
to
and
deliver
nuns.
the holy
You've
water.
You've just fired on a load of nuns and little
Mm-mm.
girls.
Conglomerate
thing is-
reformed. Oh, hold on. Conglomerate reformed Catholics.
Even better, yeah.
Yeah, very important.
The fun thing is, I'm actually a Catholicism teacher in real life.
You got, well, you've already brought politics into it. You fucking might as well bring religion. in.
Yeah, might as well bring the Catholics in. We
I
are
mean,
here to represent the space pope.
Listen, at this point, guys, I'm
we're
pretty
not
sure
gonna have
that
to.
religion is
See,
just politics.
if we invent a space
Politics
pope,
is-
that's when John Hicks is gonna end the friendship. If I invent a space pope, that's gonna be
No
the line
more.
that where it's too far. No space pope.
What about Space King?
The thing is, no, because we are only 100 years into Earth's future. There probably still is a pope. Catholicism
Probably.
doesn't go away in the next 100 years. There is still.
They
a
tried
pope.
for 2,000 years and we're still
Yeah,
here.
it's
So.
it's still
Yeah,
gonna be
yeah.
around. Like, yeah, there is gonna be a
Stop.
space pope. To be fair.
Yeah.
It just sounds funny.
I wonder if the Pope still lives on Earth in Rome, in the Vatican City, or is how fucked is Earth in this version of the future 100
Yeah.
years later? And
I-
do people like the
I know,
Pope live
right?
on more better planets?
I'm
That's-
wondering if
that's
he's
in
a
the Empire.
robot.
Yeah. I mean,
'Cause
that's
you don't
what's
have
always
to like,
so.
you don't have to have conclave if you've got an AI.
Well,
That's what I love about. That's why I love about any kind of future space-related game, because you can just let me
Yeah.
and my mate have been playing Traveler, and we just do everything space X, right? So space Coke, space paperwork, space Pope.
Space
Yes,
Pope.
you just put the word space in front of
yeah.
anything.
It's only
and it's
100
just
years into the
amazing.
future. We're only just managed the singularity engine and just managed to start exploring
Yeah.
space, and humanity's already fighting over it. Eh?
Yeah.
It's a shithole.
Alright.
100 years into the future, and space is a shithole, just like Earth. We're all fighting over scraps of like resources and stuff. It's not a bright future. We got to space and just fucked it up too.
Yeah.
In
So
my,
how
in my
does the,
version of it, anyway.
So how does the fake email fare? Do we convince
Yeah.
the conglomerate that?
That they just fired on school students?
Yeah.
Are they shaking?
And do we
in
have
their
school
extended
students in our
shins?
cargo holds?
We can
I'll
go
play-
get
I'll-
some.
I'll play the space. I'll pretend to be a space student.
You're gonna go get some school kids so you can fake your way in.
Yeah.
I talk about collateral damage in the TPK, guys. This is just getting better and better.
I know. Ooh.
Love an
what
innocent
he-
bystander, me. Love an innocent bystander. Having fun going for the high score.
So what do you say, Game Master? Did we convince them, or can we try? to approach them
Yes. Because, right, okay, so this isn't touching down on the planet. This is the space station above the planet in orbit. And I'm going to say, for some reason, there's some fucking idiot working today. And that your email gets past them.
And after that, he gets an email from a Nigerian prince, and he's rich.
Yeah. So, you get an email back to say, "Oh, we're really, really sorry. It was the ship's code came up on our system as false, and the signals showed up as false signals, spam signals. So we just immediately assumed it was someone who shouldn't be in our airspace. You need to have a look at. I think you must have really old systems on your ship, and it's showing the wrong kind of signal, and you almost got yourselves killed." And he tries to turn it back on you, make it like it's your fault.
Okay, so the
I am
captain's
willing to
still in
write-
character. The captain's like, let me over there. He starts typing in all caps, wrong! Exclamation point. You and your incompetent
like,
extraterrestrials are to blame for this. Don't try to throw it back on me. You know full well that it's your minimum wage, stupid idiots there who don't hire true space Americans like you should. Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, send.
Right, since we made it political as fuck, then who's America allied with? Are they allied with the Conglomerate, or are they allied with RxOliver, or are they neutral?
They're neutral, probably.
Probably.
Yeah, I honestly,
Yeah.
I think at this point, like Space America is just like left. They're like, nah, we're gone.
I think America was probably influential in the fucking up of space.
You can find a McDonald's on any asteroid
There's a
now.
McDonald's on every fucking asteroid, yeah.
And a star.
Yeah,
And a
there's
Starbucks.
there's a McDonald's and a
Yeah.
Starbucks on every asteroid.
They're
And,
across, and they just give stink eyes at each other.
So you make it to the station, and let's say through some more clever Right, okay, so to get past the security on the station then, I'll make one of you make one more check, and a charisma check will do it in this time,
Okay.
so... To talk your way past the guards, to pretend that you're educators.
Well, I am a 10 in terms of charisma,
Go ahead
but
and
I
have
haven't been rolling that well.
All right, Camille, you got this.
It's bound to get better.
got this,
It can't
girl.
get worse.
You got this.
Yeah.
You got this,
The
girl.
captain
Come on
is
now.
the captain is just crying. He's trying to get out of character. He's trying to stop. He's like, Camille, you have to do this. I can't keep living like this.
So, I hailed him again. Floating Papa. This is the. What's the name of the ship?
Oh no,
again?
no,
What's
you
the name
got
of the
down now. You're on to
Oh,
floating
We're
Papa
in there.
now.
We're in there.
You're
Okay,
there.
we're
You've
we're in.
landed. The doors are
Okay.
open. This is just one more charisma check to get you past the actual security at the door. So there's somebody on the comms unit at the door before they'll open it up.
Well, this is the crew of the Fogbelach.
Fuck
Fuck
about.
about.
It's the fuck about.
Fuck about.
Fuck about.
The fuck about. The fuck
About.
about. We are requesting permission to enter the ship so we can start filling in our reports, so we can educate the good citizens of the conglomerates about great technology.
Oh, so are you asking for permission to go to the Carmichael? Is that what you're doing here
Yeah.
when you're at the station?
Exactly.
So okay, so you're not just coming here to see your contact. You're actually coming here and you're going to try to talk your way into getting access to the Carmichael.
I mean, we've been playing like people from the board of education, and in an empire like the conglomerates, a dictatorship like the conglomerate,
dictatorship
propaganda
like the
is
conglomerate.
everything. Propaganda is everything. So we
yeah.
need to go there to record everything, so we can tell our students about the great military victories we've had against the puny, tiny nation of RxOliver.
I like that, right? The propaganda is it wasn't that the Carmichael blundered into conglomerate space, is that conglomerate conquered and destroyed
We
that.
defeated it. Yes,
And we
it wasn't invaded.
we stole their
Yeah.
technology, right? It's complete
So-
propaganda.
So you,
Yeah.
so you're gonna ham it up as we're showing the children, we're educating the
Yeah.
people of the conglomerate about this great victory when we captured
Exactly.
this vessel.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Benito, who's like
Like
a
it.
6'2", like muscular guy. We've got him in
dressed as a nun.
well, no, he's got like a little knapsack on, and they've put a wig on him with some pigtails, right?
you're a
so like, he
student.
looks like a yeah.
Student. We
Six
gotta
foot-
have
yeah.
students.
6'3"
He's got-
with pigtails.
He's
student.
got like a
And the
fucking
mustache.
sleeveless.
Didn't
He's got a
shave.
sleeve. Yeah, he's got the sleeveless. He's got the shades, but he's got like little pigtails and a little knapsack. And
ID
he's
from
hol-
Austria.
Yeah, he's holding a notebook. Yeah, that's his disguise.
This,
You
so
have to
I'll-
understand,
pull it
our
up
way
on
of
the
life
screen.
is so superior. They came to us. They came right on over and said, "We love you. We want to live amongst you. Your way of life is just better."
So
That's
this
why
guy
they're
with
here.
pigtails.
Here's what I love. Dustin's still doing my idea of the Trumpetian order. We didn't even do that. He's
No, he's not even doing it. He just got into character and he's going with it
It's
now.
there. It's staying.
So
I would
I'm
say
going to
working.
say that
Captain Smith is a badass. I love him.
right.
So I roll a charisma for that?
With one more charisma check, I'm going to say that because you've
Oh my lord!
you failed. Right.
How?
Okay. So I was being generous, even giving you that. As
Wait,
as a
that's not
chance, to be
correct.
fair.
Is it? +8. I changed that on my character sheet right before we started. I switched my combat with my charisma.
Let me
It
check
says
your
in-
sheet. Maybe So if you maybe the macros aren't switched around. Hang on a second.
And Dustin, since you've been embracing the Trumpetian,
Hopefully.
Neo
So charisma is
Trumpetian order,
10,
if
so
you look in
you're-
the chat, I put there's a flag for the NTO, the
So
Neo
that should say
Trumpetian
10.
order. Yeah, that you might like.
Right. So what did you swap it with
Winning
so I
is
can fix that
everything.
as well?
Yeah, I swapped it to my ranged combat because it made
Ranged
more sense for
combat.
my character.
Yep. Okay.
Gotta understand, we were born winners. We were made winners. We chose to be winners.
Winning
We have
is
the best
everything.
flag. We have the best colors. I will not be discussing this.
There you go. Your macro is fixed. You may roll
Alright,
again,
so
sir.
Okay. That's
17.
better.
There you go.
Ugh,
So
better.
I'm
Right.
gonna let you, just because it's fun, and that's what we're here for. I'm gonna let you guys have a pass from the conglomerate to be
Ooh.
able to dock your educational ship
Okay.
on the Carmichael, and then
Nice.
to be able to take your students around it and show them this site of a great victory for the conglomerate empire.
Hold
Okay.
on. Hold on.
Well,
I'm holding
I've
my
been
little
pretending to be part of
student
the board,
notebook.
but I am fresh out of the university, so I might as well act a part as a student.
Well, yeah, you're just out of university, so you're only like 24, so you're the youngest, I would imagine.
Yes. So I might as well act a part.
Yep. So we've got you putting your hair in pigtails to look younger, and then we've got
Me.
Benito with his pigtails as well.
Fuck my 8-ball.
And so
My
Steve,
8-ball with the flames. If you guys
Wait.
look at my picture, I've got like an 8-ball with
so
flames around it.
Stephen Casapia, you are the
Tattoo.
educators then, and the other two are the students.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that
Okay.
how we're gonna play it?
Did we just make pigtails mandatory of the school uniform?
It was his way of making himself
Look,
look
if
like
it
a
were
young
me,
girl.
if it were me, yes.
Yeah. Every student needs
It's
pigtails.
so inappropriate. But
You're just generally inappropriate, Shaemus.
Okay, so Benito, I in my mind, you are still wearing the shades, and you did not shave.
Oh, yeah. no,
No, he's
just
not shaved.
completely.
Still got the
Yeah,
shades
it's the
on.
worst. It's the
Still got
worst
the beard.
disguise in the world. Yeah,
Mhm.
Okay.
I'm
yeah.
holding a
Sweet.
little book. I have a little knapsack, and I have pigtails.
Okay,
Don't
so
know where
And I don't say a word.
from.
I don't say a word as we're moving through. Yeah.
okay, so I think then we can go to the ship, and it's probably a best time to do a halftime break then, and we can go to the ship
Yeah.
after a break.
Hey, great.
That sounds
Okay.
great.
Yeah.
Been loving it so
Sweet.
far.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, spacemen and spacewomen, we are back for part 2. Be Silent, Ship of Death. And we are docking on the Carmichael. We're actually just going to dock the fuck about right up to it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it isn't just spacemen and spacewomen, it's the space children too.
Space fake children.
Do
as
not
well.
let Space Anakin
Yes.
near us.
Oh no.
I wish I had a pigtail wig right now. It would be so good.
Funny.
So the ship is being stripped of even its exterior, its armor plate and everything's gone. So it's when you're docking, you can dock to pretty much anywhere and get in anywhere on the ship. So where would you like to dock on the ship? You can see the full map, right? You've got a schematic.
Mhm.
That's what the
Yeah.
ship looks like.
Well, I would have.
Where would you
if
like
I
to?
may, well, how do you ping in this in roll 20? How do
Just
you do a
left
ping?
click
You
and
hold
hold.
it. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, to be fair, I would think that you would say it has to be one of these kind of auxiliary kind of locations. We're not just going to appear on the bridge, right?
Right.
Do the colors like mean anything? The green and
Yeah, I was
Yellow's
gonna
the
ask that
bathroom.
too.
Where can we dock close enough?
Can we just dock right there?
Each red door is red.
Mhm.
Each door in red is an airlock / blast door.
Okay,
And
that
lock.
was my
Okay.
question.
Okay.
Then I think
successful-
it has to be I think it has to be one of these two smaller ones.
Well, it says here a successful subterfuge science skill or a C-mill pass. So conglomerate,
hold on, let me-
conglomerate military pass is required to bypass one of these doors.
all right, give me a second. I want to look at my skills here. Hold on. So,
But aren't we allowed on the ship?
well, yes. The question is, where are we docking at?
But now
Okay.
we have to have the right way to
Yeah, but you've
be
only
able
just
to
got
get onto
past.
the ship.
So remember, you
Yeah.
got past a couple of idiots at the space station to let them allow
Yeah.
you to go there. If some other conglomerate military comes up here, you're then going to have to fool them as well. Also, there are rival countries sniffing around, so you're not safe because you fooled some idiot at the space station. You're not
Yeah.
safe. Don't get it twisted.
Let me put it this way. I'm still holding my notebook with the pigtails in the knapsack. I am not a subterfuge. I am not a technical guy. I am a total ex-Marine grunt, so I have no context here. So, just saying.
All right. So I have a charisma of 8 and a subterfuge of 4.
And
So
I think
the
Camille
cap.
and I have pretty good science, so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so if you got a good enough science roll, you can get past the red doors.
Yep.
So,
Well, I think I'm asking this: is the
Right,
question whether or not we dock back here in the small,
well,
or
are
whether
you gonna dock right up to it and just attach your ship to it, or are you gonna like?
I say we dock right here because we're trying to get to the yellow, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Remember, you don't have to
So-
dock right up to the ship. You could potentially leave your ship up to 10 kilometers away, and spacewalk across it.
All right, let's do that.
Mm,
Let's
okay.
leave it 9 kilometers away.
I'm just saying you could. I'm not encouraging you to.
But would that not be suspicious because we are on a school trip?
yeah, we
Just
should
sending
be
our
able to
students
dock.
into space?
I think it would be very suspicious if we didn't get out and walk around if we're on a very long trip.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't. I'm just saying you've got the option of either docking right up to it,
Right.
or orbiting, or being static in space
Mm.
up to 10 kilometers away from it. You've got the options. I'm not saying. I'm not
Benito stands
encouraging you
there
to do
holding
either
his
one of them.
notebook. Benito stands there holding his notebook with his little pigtail wig, and he's still in disguise. He doesn't realize he doesn't need to be, and he goes, "I am telling you, we need to get as close as we can.
Yeah.
Please,
If we
I suggest
Yeah.
so that I
Yeah.
can infiltrate the ship, and I will
If-
do what I do best."
if we get here at the red ones up front, then we bypass the other 2 doors, or other 3 doors technically, and
Yeah.
we can move towards
Yeah.
the
The restroom.
how actually, so I'm looking at the map and it's like, how do we even get to the
How do we
restroom?
even dock? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I was wondering too.
There's
So-
nothing connecting the bathroom to the
noticed
main
that.
hallway.
Yeah, I just noticed that as well. There's a gap in the. So there's a gap here and a gap here.
So like, should we dock
You
like
spacewalk. You spacewalk.
Over,
But-
would we
No,
dock
watch,
here or
watch.
something? Or?
No, watch me fix it. Watch me fix it live, and not even have to edit anything out. Watch how quick I
love
can
it.
fix this.
Fix
This
it
is how
live, I love it.
resourceful I am.
By the way, what's the green represent? Just a regular door?
It's a door. I'll tell you when you come to one. Watch. I'm gonna just take a screenshot of one of the squares. Save that in an art folder somewhere, and then if I open that art folder. What's the live fix?
Yes.
Where did
I
it go?
see it appear.
And then, can I make a recommendation, Oliver? Maybe there's no luck skill in this one, but maybe it's a pilot starship, whoever's controlling, obviously Captain Smith. If he makes the pilot starship, we are able to dock favorably closer to the
Yeah.
restroom.
Yeah, I'd be happy with that.
If
To dock
not,
on this
then
side, yeah.
then it's over here, right, in these one of these 2 areas.
There you go, fixed. You happy?
Yay!
Bingo! Yay!
I should have made them green. They should be green. They should be doors. They should be green. Actually.
Hey, I've
Right.
got to go space pee. So
All right.
it's
So
good that you've made a
right, okay.
passage.
So what you were saying, Shaemus, is if we have your captain make a decent pilot starship, you can dock on this side
Mhm.
and go for
Yeah.
that red airlock door.
Yeah. What do you think, Dustin? I think that's reasonable.
All right. Let's go ahead
Come
and
on,
show them.
come on, Captain Smith.
You got this.
17.
17. Yeah,
Perfect.
you can.
Very nice.
Now,
Very
are you
nice.
docking, just attaching to it, actually docking on it, or are you orbiting it, or what exactly are you doing? I want to know.
We're attaching to it.
Attaching to it, docking to it, landing
Yeah.
things down, gravity lock.
Like a glove.
Okay, now this ship has on it, it has artificial gravity, and In fact, it did say that there is minimal life support, so you could potentially, while you're on here, you could potentially take off your spacesuits, which means you can have a choice of armor if you want to, or you could stay in your spacesuits, which obviously is more convenient if you have to get out of here in a hurry.
Yeah.
Right. I'm
So-
more worried about rapid decompression than anything else.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I think I'll keep my suit on.
if you did decide to take off your suits and put on armor, you can have a flak vest, which gives you D4 damage reduction, or body armor, which gives you D6 damage reduction, but gives you -1 agility and -1 to both your combat rolls, because it's clunky. Or you can keep your spacesuit on.
Captain, might I suggest, do you have on your ship like some kind of 3D printing devices? We could print patches of the Board of Education and place them all on our spacesuits.
Ooh.
Like an arboretum or some kind of space garden.
Patches? I mean like a patch, a logo,
plant-
a badge.
like- I don't know of any trees that grow patches.
Look, look, as Benito. Look, I don't understand. Why are we even worrying about this? We have made it. We have docked. I mean, who is going to be on this derelict ship? At this point, we have made it all past the conglomerate. I have to
Right.
wear this stupid pigtail wig. I don't. Why
Which you
don't
did
we
voluntarily.
Well, right.
So-
but
so
why
the
don't we just
captain-
go? What could possibly? God, I sound French.
Yep.
What could possibly be on this ship that would be a threat to us? I mean, I'm here. Now I sound like Arnold. I am here to be the
You've been almost
muscle
every European
here.
country at this point.
I know, right?
The captain will
Fun
take out a
around the world,
Sharpie
eh?
and he'll write, "I do what I want" on a piece of paper, and he'll fold it up. And he says, "If anybody stops you,
There
hand
you
them
go.
this."
All right. But look,
Do what I want.
why don't we just go onto the ship and we'll go to? We've got the schematic. Stop
All right, let's
worrying
go.
about it.
We'll be
You science person.
All
Let's
right.
go.
So I would
Alright,
like you to make a subterfuge or science.
I'm
roll
taking
to
off the
hack
wig
the
and
door.
I rip off the wig.
He's just like,
What'd you say, Oliver?
To hack the door. This is the
hack the
airlock
door.
door to actually get in.
All right.
You need
He's got us.
to
There we go. Here we go.
subterfuge
Uh,
or science.
Hold on.
Dr. Jones, would you do the honor this time?
Science. Oh, okay.
Science!
What was that
I'm a
song?
bit of
from
a
the
scientist
80s? What was
myself,
that?
actually.
She blinded me with science.
Science.
Meow, meow. It's one of my favorites. Good.
It's pretty good. You said you were 40. That's. Well, I said that.
It's okay. It's not a secret.
Do you doxing say this age, Shaemus? You
Yeah.
fucking, you are an absolute
I,
amateur, mate.
fucking doxed her. I fucking doxed her on the YouTube. Sorry, sweet. I'm sorry, hun. Now I just called her hun, but she
I know.
knows she's from Texas. That's how we talk in
I
Texas.
know,
She
so
knows that.
So
yeah.
he's been homophobic. He's mentioned politics and religion. He's been sleazy to Sarah. He's
No, you
Sounds like a
can't-
regular
you can't-
day.
You can't peg me on the hun because again,
yeah.
ask Sarah
Looks
in
very
Texas.
Texas.
We all
No,
call each other honey,
Nah,
sweetie.
I
This
don't
is-
mind people using sweetie and hun and all these. All these are meant with good intentions. People that take
Yeah,
offense
exactly,
to that are just assholes. Like,
I gotta say, like,
How
you're
could
pretty
you be
much
offended by
listing a
somebody calling you
checklist
love
for
or whatever?
success.
no, I get it, Shaemus. I call people. In Scotland, we don't say hun, we say hen.
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 Hen,
Like
aye.
chicken.
Hen, aye, yeah, like a hen.
When
That's
I was
funny.
in Scotland a year and a half ago, you guys use a lot of other loving things like
we're like
mustard and
we're like a colourful word in a
Oh my God,
colourful word in Scotland. Yes, you're making me slur my speech, Shaemus. Putting me on the spot here. Right, who's rolling?
All right.
She's
Did you
doing
eat?
Subterfuge, somebody.
Subterfuge or science?
All right.
I think she was going to do
Subterfuge
science.
or silence?
I think Sarah was going to roll science, wasn't you?
Oh, you want me to roll science?
This
I
is
thought
to
you
get
were
in, this
rolling.
is to get the airlock door open. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All yours, Dr. Jones.
Mm-hmm. It
Oh.
sounds kind.
Oh!
You fail to get the door
Ooh.
open.
Ooh.
Oh no!
So you
Might
failed
I
with
have a try
It
at
has
science.
to be 13 or higher, huh?
Would someone else like to try with subterfuge instead, since you failed on science?
No.
A
I
game
haven't had a
where
roll yet. I haven't had a roll yet. Can I try?
Is your subterfuge decent?
It's 6.
I mean, he's wearing a wig. Doesn't that boost his
it's a
subterfuge?
50-50.
No, I
It's a 50-50.
ripped that
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
I'm
It's a
Hold on.
50-50 chance.
Hold on, I did
Oh,
it.
that's a good roll. That's a good roll.
That's a good roll.
Beautiful.
Ah, thank goodness.
Nice roll.
Oliver,
All
I
right.
just remember, I also got like the medic pack, right?
Yes.
Because that means Sarah also has a hand scanner, which means +1 to science
Oh yeah.
in her inventory.
Yeah. No. Hand scanner is
Oh.
+1s to science when you're making scientific scans of things. When you're using
Okay,
it.
okay.
So when you're
Oh,
using
okay,
it to
okay.
get information
when
by
you're using
scanning
that.
something,
Okay.
you've got a +1
Okay.
to the roll. So if you're doing a science
Okay.
roll because
So
you're
I
using it, you get a +1.
got it.
what I think happened was that Sarah's character was there, and she almost hit something, and I came up, big old 6'2", and I went, I'm exploding. You need to push this, and my hand touches her hand and there's a moment. There's just a moment.
There's a moment, and in that moment, you're rushing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
my accents are
At the
so
moment,
fucked
you're
up.
not Russian.
He's doing a
I'm
world
Russian.
tour with the accent. He's just giving us some old world nostalgia with the
I don't know
accent.
how to
That's what he's
do.
doing.
I don't know how to do like.
He's a citizen of Earth. That's
Fabio.
what it is.
I
He's a
wanna
citizen
do
of
like
Earth, and
Fabio.
he's got all the accents.
Yeah, I want to do like Fabio Latin lover.
Do you know what it is?
kinda
It's because
thing.
he's a citizen of the great nation of RxOliver, and the great nation of RxOliver has annexed all these poor, struggling nations, all these other nations like
Yes.
France and Spain
I
and
am a
Russia,
proud-
and all these accents
Yes.
you're doing. They all became amalgamated into the RxOliver
You have
empire.
unified Europe.
I am a true Oliverian.
I unified Europe and half the
Oliverian.
world. I unified half the world. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a true Oliverian.
Canada are on the other side. Canada, America, they're kind of neutral. Things are always a bit dodgy and tense with America because it's America.
The Canadians still say things like process. Even 100 years later,
Canadians,
yeah.
they're baddies in this different future. The Canadians
Yeah.
are baddies for some reason. The
And
Canadians
Greater
are baddies.
Kazakhstan.
Greater Kazakhstan are baddies as
Yeah,
well.
don't forget about them.
Well, they're not necessarily baddies. They are just one of the countries that may or may not be interested in secret military information about our country.
Oh, so they aren't still developing their space program.
No, their space program is developed because we're in space. So yeah, they did manage to develop the space program eventually.
Oliver, all joking aside, you need to really develop this. This is good stuff. You need to create
It's not my game. This is a parody of a serious games master, John. This is his game, and this is my parody of it.
I'm liking it. I'm liking it. All right, so we get through the door.
You can get through that door. Yes.
Okay, we're
There's that strange moment, like a little bit of sexual tension as my hand touches hers, and then I help her with the last sequence of the code, and the door opens.
You getting a hard on does not count as sexual tension.
All right, here we go.
Are you
So
still
we
wearing the
begin.
school uniform?
No, I ripped that off. Thank God. Thank goodness I ripped that off. Then it would be awkward. All right.
Yeah, now it isn't.
So which one? Hold on. Which one is? Oh, there I am. Is that me? Okay. So I move in. All right, we're through the door.
I'm not
now.
used to this top-down view. It's funny.
I thought you were going to use the circle tokens that we submitted.
Nah, I like these guys. These ones are fun.
I like them. Yeah.
I can take the
this is
names
what-
off
this
if it's
is what
if it's
you
a bit
do in the.
if it's a bit clunky
your-
with the names. I can remove those.
Yeah,
No, it's fine by me.
Oh no.
this is what you.
I only
use
see
in
my
the,
name, so.
Do you only see your own? What I'm gonna
Yeah.
do, because everybody viewing my video sees them, I'm going to shorten them to make them a bit more
Oh yeah.
Just less clunky.
Yeah, no, this is like when you do your Fallout campaigns. I dig it. All right, so we're up against another door here, yeah?
Well, I could have it.
Yes.
Give it a go.
Yeah, you may try science again. You failed science the first time on the first one, but you can science this one if you want.
Yeah, you science that one.
I will science this one.
Science the shit out of it.
Ooh.
What's
Just-
my role?
What is with
Fallout?
the rolls
I
today,
would be
David?
Lucky
great.
13.
We're into the
Hey.
second half of the session, and your rolls are still on a stinking streak.
You know what's going on? You know what's going on? David was at a beer festival earlier today.
Yeah.
I think he's tainted.
He's a little, he's a little
corrupt.
cockeyed. His digital dice rolls are going
Yeah.
Yeah.
terribly. But that's enough to make it. 13 is a success. You can get through another door.
Got us in.
Oh, we still made it. All right.
Yeah, we made it.
I gotta
I'm,
tell
like,
you, for a
scrubbing my
game where
hand over
13
here
is
with,
a success,
hand
there's an
sanitizer.
awful lot of 12s.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
I know.
Ooh,
Wait, what was that roll?
roll?
Oh, that was you.
That was
What are
me.
you rolling for?
None of your
What
business.
you doing?
Mm. Wait, who's
The
back
best
there?
rolls of the
I-
game are the GM
Hold
secret
on, who's
rolls.
back there in
A
the dark?
mischievous smile
That's
on.
Steve.
The captain
back
isn't
there?
following us.
Yeah, come on, Captain Dustin. Or Captain Smith.
All right.
All right. So we've got the door open.
Let's go
All right,
forward, my brave human shields.
We know
Wait,
the
what?
schematic. We know the schematic. So I look in this direction over here as I enter through this door. Are the other two doors closed that I see there? To my left and ahead of me.
Yeah, so it says here,
Sorry.
each door in red is an airlock / blast door and locked.
Which one is?
Each red door. Each door in red
Okay.
is airlocked.
All right.
Airlock door.
Well, we've
that
got
is
that.
locked.
We've got that one open, right? We've got that one open.
These two are open.
Yeah.
I can mark. I
So
can
yeah,
mark
the
open doors.
the
if
one
you
to
want.
my left, the one to my left, and the one in front of me are closed. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay, and I very carefully look down.
Well,
to
you
my
would have
right.
you would have to close that again because it's an airlock door and there's artificial gravity and life support on this ship. So you would
Okay.
that door would close again behind you. This one can be left open.
Okay, that's fine. So we're all out here. In other words. All right.
We don't need
I
to
look-
be in the other part of the ship, right?
Yeah, we just need
Because-
to go up this way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could I try to do something with the door to reinforce it so we won't be jumped by
You
someone?
want to lock that
Like-
door, like jam
Yeah,
it,
I want
lock,
to change
like-
the password, for example.
Okay.
There you
okay.
go. You're rolling all these 13s. I
Okay,
think you should.
but I think you should. But you're gonna have to make a science and a subterfuge, a successful science and subterfuge roll.
Okay.
'Cause if either one of them can open it, I think you need to roll both to be able to put an extra lock on it.
All right.
I'm making
No
these rules
pressure.
up as I go along, by the way.
By the way, Sarah's like he's rolling through. No, he's rolling ones and twos, Sarah.
Mhm,
Are
mhm.
we
Yeah.
sure we want this guy?
My
I
This
don't
guy's
know.
rolling ones
I don't
and
know
twos.
about this guy.
I believe in you. I believe in you.
thank you,
I forget her
Bound
name.
to happen eventually, isn't it?
Camille.
Cassiopeia.
Camille.
Cassiopeia and Camille.
My
Camille.
macros seem to be gone. I'm just gonna quickly log back into roll 20.
if you
think
click the
that'll fix
token-
it.
Oh, just click your icon.
Click the
your
token.
Oh, okay, that's what did it. Yeah.
Yeah, you just need to be on your
Mhm.
token and they'll be there.
Okay.
I did that
Yeah,
to
now I
myself
see it.
earlier.
Okay. So let's start with the most difficult one, subterfuge.
Oh my days,
Yeah,
David,
okay.
you are rolling terrible today. Like
Yeah. I wish this
Okay.
was Fallout. This would be great in Fallout.
that'd be a great rolling Fallout. Do you know what's great about this
So, yeah.
game? Almost everything's rolled on a D12, and as you know, D12 is
Yeah.
the best dice.
So that does nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing.
That does
Yeah, I
nothing.
can't get
Are
it
we stuck?
fixed.
Okay.
But it's still locked though.
Benito says, "Stop! Stop it! What? Stop it! Here, grab my hand. Here, come on.
Grab my hand.
I hold your hands.
It's
I
on
hold
the
your
ground.
hand.
We're
Come with me
going
if you
this
want
way.
to live.
Come here.
Come with me if you want to live.
And suddenly the predator arrives.
No.
He's wearing like a necktie, holding coffee. He's just working a job.
Now, green doors are closed
How
but
do I
you
turn?
unlocked.
doing
Hold on. How do I turn the tokens in this? I can
If you
never
click the
remember.
token, you'll find on one end of it, it's got a little tail, and you grab the tail and you can spin it around from there.
I was just doing like.
You
a
see what I
bunch of
mean? When you click
like
it, it's
that.
got a little box highlighted around it. It's how you would grab it to make
Oh,
it
there
bigger
it
and
is.
stuff.
There it is. Okay.
And at the top
Yeah.
of that,
So Benito grabs
thing.
you. There, David, and says, "Come in. Come on. Let's go this way. Stop fooling around."
Just holding your hand.
that was really good. That was really good. That one.
Why
That
are you
one was really
fiddling?
good.
Stop fiddling. Stop fiddling.
I'm Arnold
Come on.
Schwarzenegger.
The toilet is this way. All right, for the audience, I've had 3 bourbons, so
Yeah.
forgive
And,
me.
in American
I like
terms,
some bourbons.
for my UK viewers, American. That's a lot of drinks to an American, guys.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
humour 'em.
Yeah.
David's Belgian. He had 8 beers for
especially
breakfast.
when you
Yeah,
pour them the way
I
I
bet
do.
bring your beers for breakfast, but don't give me anything strong like bourbon or vodka. I can't handle that stuff. It's beer for
No?
me and wine. That's all.
Beer
David,
for,
I hope we
beer for
meet-
breakfast, wine for lunch. You're a European.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. Yeah.
like-
David, I hope we meet someday.
Yeah, I hope so too, man.
I'm still possibly gonna meet Oliver in Scotland. I haven't.
Hey, just pop over to Belgium. It's not that far.
Oh, you just
Well.
doxed me as well. People didn't know I was from Scotland. People don't know where I'm from.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, they didn't.
Whoa.
We'll see. All right, so Benito 8-ball starts moving down the hallway,
So-
going, stop.
As you wander down this hallway, you notice that even the interior hallways are starting to be stripped now, and you've only
no.
even really got like a shell to walk on. So imagine like the main panel of the floor's been taken
Yeah.
off, and you've then just got like a crisscross of bits of metal where that would actually be bolted down to. So you have to be careful with your feet everywhere now. It's almost at the last stages of being stripped down.
I've got my pulse rifle out, my blaster rifle out, because I'm like, watch your feet. I'm gonna stick with the Arnold accent. Watch your feet, because there's panels here missing. They've been taking
Also,
it out.
there is artificial gravity and there's lights on, but the lights are very dim, and you feel like the artificial gravity is a little bit weak, just like 1%
Interesting.
weak, and that if you
Yeah.
if you want careful with your feet, then you might escape
Right,
the
so it's
artificial
kind of
gravity.
bouncy, right? It's kind of
It's a
uncertain.
little bit
Um,
bouncy. Yeah. You need to be careful with the
How
artificial
about
gravity
the
as well.
how about the doors to the bridge? Are they closed?
Red means closed. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Red
Well-
means locked.
We might be able. It might be interesting to go to the bridge first and redirect power to the gravity field.
Yeah. So these are airlocked doors, these outside ones. These inside ones are blast doors, like big actual Star Wars blast
He
doors.
turns to Camille.
Okay.
Be quiet, woman. What are you talking about? We don't need to go to the bridge. We need to go to the bathroom. I told you. Captain Smith. What do you think? Because you are very smart. I've completely lost my culture.
I just want to get what we need and get out as soon
Yeah.
as possible because
Before this thing breaks apart.
this
Yeah.
thing is going to fall apart. You know what? Sea legs really don't help if you can't stay on the floor.
Right.
Right.
Let's go, folks.
Yeah.
To the mission.
Camille, you are a
Listen.
Camille, you are a typical woman. You want to be distracted.
It feels
No,
like.
we must go.
Oh,
I'm an
right,
ex-marine.
you told you this now,
More
Shaemus. Are you
notes
playing
for
bingo, are you?
HR.
He's being sexist now. He's playing bingo. Offend everybody bingo. It's alright, we play
Yeah.
this game sometimes.
All right, and I turn around the corner. And I go, here. That's where we're going. Follow 8-ball.
Farewell, Mr. 8-Ball. I'm very intimidated. She doesn't dare giving suggestions anymore.
And when you step on there, no, I'm only joking.
Hi, 8-Ball.
I'm only joking. I don't know why there was gaps in the map there, but there's another gap there actually. Look.
I guess because you added them in, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
It's okay, I can see it.
Did you create this yourself, Oliver?
No,
or
I
is
took
this
the map
something-
straight from the PDF of the adventure. We'll just have
That's
to.
good.
I've already made adjustments to this match, but I'll just have to make a couple more.
Yeah.
All right. So back to the game. I mean, all joking aside, Benito's like, no, don't worry about the distractions. Come, we got to get to the bathroom.
To the
And
chopper.
Yeah, and he's following. Now he's in his element, right? He's an ex-marine. He's got his rifle out,
This is your thing.
right? Yeah, and he's like, the lamentation of the women, and he's moving forward, and he's like, come, follow me. And so how about? I'm glad you got that Conan.
I love the
reference.
Conan reference. Yeah,
Thank
it's
you,
fantastic.
thank you. All right, because my stripes, my Bill Murray stripes reference did not.
That
go
was,
very
if it's
well.
a Bill Murray movie that I've not, if it's a Bill Murray movie that I've not seen though, I will correct that because Bill Murray is a god.
Oh, Stripes!
I love Bill Murray.
Stripes is a classic, my friend. All right, so yeah, what about this room as I enter into here? Closer.
This room, it's hard to tell what this was before. It's almost bare, this one. It's almost bare bones, this one. There's just like
Okay.
the few. Yeah, it's almost like a construction site of a ship. This one, it's like they're
All right.
deconstructing a ship, and it's almost as if it's got like the very last bits of metal left that it needs to actually still have the artificial gravity and things.
But
And
there,
if, they
but
took,
there,
if
but
any more
but
comes
there's
out,
a
it
door
won't have
here.
that. That's a green
Yeah,
door,
but
and
there-
that is open. Yeah.
yeah. Oh, it's open.
Yeah. Well,
This is a
unlocked.
regular door.
Unlocked. Sorry, unlocked.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. I ask my colleagues to get in here.
All right. The captain is right behind you. He's covering you from the rear.
That's what I would expect. These other soft, the teacher and the scientist, the medic, stay back. And he opens that door.
Okay.
Okay.
What do I see? I keep waiting for some crazy.
So, you see a hallway, and then just like a little, like not like a ship door, just like an actual, like you would find in a building for a toilet, just like a little crappy
Yeah.
little normal wooden door. Wooden
Okay.
plastic, like you know what I mean, like you would get in an office, like just like a door to a toilet, a bathroom door.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
closed. It's closed, but it's just a bathroom door.
All right. All right.
Okay.
I move down into the bathroom, and I check out the space, and I'm doing that whole, you know.
We're like, can anybody see him or?
Throwing up
Yeah,
gang
I don't know if
signs.
the captain. I don't know if Captain Steve Smith can see me, right?
He doesn't speak gang sign anyway, so it's
Well, I'm like, come on, like I'm checking it out.
So are we supposed to stay here, cover the
Well,
rear?
I've got Benito's in there checking out if there's any danger in the toilet.
He's opening the lid. Something in there.
I'm checking everything out.
So what you find doesn't resemble a bathroom.
No.
What you find is an empty shell of a room. You can see marks on the walls where screws have been, where bathroom stalls would have been.
Oh
You
no.
can see where the wall's kind of like a different colour, then it's got the clean bit where the urinals have been taken off the wall. You can see the same on the wall where the hand dryers have been removed, and you
Yeah.
can see that space where the hand towel dispenser has been removed, and it's not here. The hand towel dispenser you were looking for is not attached to the wall. In fact,
It
nothing
wouldn't be that easy.
is.
It wouldn't be that easy.
You think it would never be that easy, obviously. Okay, guys, we are back after a little technical glitch there. We lost a player due to a power outage, but we are back. And you have discovered the bathroom empty of any bathroom furnishings.
Yeah.
The conglomerate doesn't
Like
believe in
completely-
hygiene.
Completely stripped.
completely
All right,
stripped down.
Benito's gonna he's gonna go through the whole area here, and he's gonna do it in a very dramatic way, like a Miami Vice episode.
In just an empty room,
Yeah, but
a square foot room.
yeah, but I'm gonna report back. I mean, genuinely, if you want me to roll anything, but unless I mean, you tell me, Oliver. Do I need to roll for, like, you know, um, spot hidden, to use a Call of Cthulhu reference? But
No, it just appears that basically whatever was in this room is no longer in this room.
okay.
Whether it's on
Do
the
they have
ship
a
or
sten-
whether it's still on the ship or not, you don't know. But
Captain, might I make a suggestion?
the furnishings of the bathroom are not
Go
in the
ahead.
bathroom.
Perhaps if we go to the bridge, we could access the security footage and see where they actually moved everything.
That's what I was gonna suggest. to you,
Solid
Camille.
idea. Yeah.
It's a
Good,
idea.
good work, both of you. I would ask my two scientists, would you, speaking from an engineering standpoint, have a location where you take all of the scrap to be offloaded onto a tug? Like, would the scrap that was here for ship breaking be taken down to a cargo
What's your-
hold that could be easily accessed?
Roll me for intelligence,
Good idea.
Dustin. Roll me an intelligence roll.
Yeah.
All right, intelligence. I got initiative.
Do we have intelligence?
Do we have intelligence?
Is intelligence not a stat? I'm just
We
thinking.
don't have intelligence
just
here.
randomly
No, you're
thinking
thinking
of
Fallout.
stat.
It's science, probably.
We have
Eh,
mechanical.
Yeah, what about
Mechanical?
Yeah.
Give me either a mechanical or a pilot starship, actually.
I will do a pilot starship because that's my wheelhouse.
Yeah.
So I'm letting you do it on
Ooh,
pilot
yeah.
starship because this is a starship you are exploring, and you have some knowledge of those. And
That's
this
pretty
is
good.
a starship of the same country that you're from, so maybe you know a little bit about the model, and you know that somewhere on this ship there is a garbage storage somewhere. There should be a room where things are, when they strip it out like this, or if there is garbage that's not being taken, like they're taking all the valuable stuff's getting taken, the non-valuable stuff like bathroom stalls and hand towel dispensers, they might go into a garbage, like a storage, or a garbage storage or something like that, and you reckon there might be one of them on the ship. It would just be a case of finding it.
Maybe we
Alrighty.
could find that on the bridge.
I think
Maybe they
so.
have, like,
That
a
would
label
definitely
map.
give us information of where that would be. So
And
to the
let's-
bridge we
let's-
go, and
Well,
we're looking for the garbage storage ship.
Okay, so we're in agreement because Camille had said let's go to the bridge and maybe get a
Yeah, yeah.
view of the ship. Okay, agreed.
All right.
All right, great. Let us go then.
Okay. So which one of you is best at theme music? Because all I got is a do 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 do. Come on,
the
someone
way,
come up
if-
with something better.
Mine's not
If you want a
very.
good soundtrack,
yeah.
for personally, I did post the playlist that I use for my videos. I posted that earlier in the chat. If you scroll up in our voice channel text chat, there is a playlist of
did
music
you?
that I use.
Okay.
And if you want me to, Oliver, I can put something together.
No, I'm for music for this one. I've got perfect music for this one. Shout out to White Bat Audio on YouTube, who have
Okay.
copyright-free music that they allow people to use for produce
Oh, that's
things like this.
nice.
And
Oh, that's
he
awesome.
does amazing retro John Carpenter style synth stuff
Ooh, I
that
like that.
it's really good for deep space. So
Oh,
I
God,
always
I
use
You
love
it.
gotta send me that
I
the
love
I will
channel.
send you the
so
link.
much.
I will send you the link to the channel.
Yeah.
I'll post. I always put a link to their channel when I use their music in the description of the video. So viewers, check out White Bat Audio on YouTube. They make excellent copyright-free music.
Yes.
3 and 4 hour videos that are perfect for things like what I do. You can just leave it playing. It's a little quiet actually. I'm going to turn it up.
Okay, so to the bridge we go, I suppose.
You going to the bridge?
That was not an ad, by the way. That was just a love of the product.
I'm not at all sponsored by them. They're just a person who provides really excellent music that is free to use on your videos. So always give the other creators that I use their work, always shout them out.
All right, here. I'll watch your back if you want to try to hack into it.
So subterfuge or science for one of these blast doors.
Well, if you are more experienced, then you could do it.
My science is 10.
Okay,
Play rock, paper, scissors, crew. One of you's got to
Yeah.
open that door.
I will have a go at it.
It's a success.
Perfect.
13 or
Yep.
more is a success. You open the blast door.
Perfect.
It actually doesn't go because it goes. There's limited power on the ship, so it goes
It just
nice and slow. It kind of grinds and rattles, yeah. But it opens, and you find yourselves looking at the bridge.
Ooh. Oh gosh.
All right. I burst my.
Excuse me.
I push my way in, and like, stand back. Let me check to see if there's any danger.
We'll let you clear the room.
The bridge is not much more than a shell of a room. The
Ooh.
close.
the whole
Hmm.
computer desk is stripped out apart from one little central console that is dimly lit, and you guess
Okay.
that is where they still control things like the artificial gravity and things like that from, and then all up the sides of it, so there should be like a semicircular bridge that kind of runs round the front of it like that, and only the center console is there. So you know a little bit about this class of starship, Steve, and it's got a similar bridge to like yours does, like the semicircular bridge that half a dozen crew can sit around. Well, only one little center console's left, and there's no seat. The seat is stripped out. Only one light in the whole bridge is working, and again they've started to take panels out the floor, and there's not much left. But there is a computer there with power, or some part of a computer.
Well, it appears they have also stripped the bridge.
You're a little bit quiet, David. Put your mic slightly closer to
Okay.
your mouth.
How about now?
Much better.
Right. So it appears they have stripped the bridge.
All right, we got enough that we need here. Go ahead. Somebody find me where the garbage is.
The console wouldn't have a map anymore, right?
No. Very minimal. It's got. I'd say that it's locked, and you would need a C-mill pass or some sort of a subterfuge hacking roll to get into it.
Yeah.
So
But our
yeah,
knowledge does allow us to know what's usually the software on this.
Yeah.
device.
But no, you think it's. By the way they've stripped it out, it's likely that there's no access to that. You've only got a locked, but an access to the the artificial gravity and the life support that's still functional, and that's probably about it. And the lights.
What if we do a quick, purge of the ship and take away all the life support apart from the bridge, so we make sure we aren't ambushed or surprised.
So you make
by
sure
anyone.
you're alone on the ship, so if there's anyone walking around the
Oh.
ship not in a spacesuit, you're gonna murder them, basically.
I know it isn't very ethical, but then again, these aren't citizens of the nation of RxOliver, so...
And we're also
Aren't you the doctor?
No, I'm a scientist.
Yeah, I'm gonna start calling you
I love
Mingle
it.
after
I love
this.
it. It's taking us back to the grim, dark space setting that this is supposed to be,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
not the political
Gosh.
satire that we were turning it into.
Yeah.
I'm the doctor, but I'm just.
I
you
love
know,
it,
it's not
David.
my decision.
Very dark, very creative.
Very
I would absolutely.
dark.
I will
Cassie,
let you
when
do
we
that.
get back, give this person some sedatives. They have lost their mind.
And a little space
is
I
our
crazy.
first
love
mission.
it, David. I love it. I will let you roll a science or subterfuge roll to hack into it, and then to be able to do that.
Okay, I believe we first close the door of the bridge then,
So I need-
probably.
So I need one person
yeah.
to hack into it with a subterfuge roll, and then I just need one of you with a science roll to be able to do the purge. Because the science roll should be
Okay.
easier because we've got some scientists.
Who can crack the password?
My
And
subterfuge sucks.
hold on. My subterfuge is good. Give me just a second. My subterfuge is not bad. In other words, it's 6. So I was gonna say I'm with you on this philosophy of no, kill them all, wipe them out. We're here to get the data chip.
Well, it
So,
isn't like there's children on board of this
The
ship.
Conglomerate is not officially an enemy of your nation, but it's a dodgy. There are dodgy,
Yes.
bad people that we don't like,
And accidents do happen.
And accidents do happen, and also
And we are disguised
the
as somebody else.
other interested parties are known to be the Trumpetians, who are baddies, the Greater Kazakhstanis. We don't know if they're goodies or baddies, but they've certainly stepped up their space race game, so there's certainly a power in this universe that we're creating. There's
And
certainly
you
a power.
can't trust the fucking Canadians. And you
They're
can't
the worst of all.
You definitely can't trust the
They're the
fucking
worst of all.
Canadians. So
Yeah.
it's not going to be a big loss if you kill a bunch of random Canadians, is it? Let's be
right.
honest.
And,
I mean-
yeah,
I like
and,
your idea. It's good.
Yeah,
Look
and
up the
I'm
origins
thinking
of canola oil.
Benito may be leaning towards the NTO. What is the NTO? The Neo-Trumpetian order. So, do I need to roll subterfuge to help him? How does this work?
Something needs to roll subterfuge to get it to hack into it, because you don't have a C-mail pass. And
All right,
then
I'm rolling
somebody
it.
needs to roll
I'm
science.
rolling it.
There you go, you're
Look
in.
at that.
You can hack
Alright,
into it.
Perfect.
I'm in.
Perfect.
Now, somebody needs to roll science in order to execute the command.
Here.
Which should
Come
do
here.
the actually.
Come here. No, stop. You're just too much. Here. It's right here. Right there. Come here.
Okay.
This is the way into the system.
Well,
Do it. Do it.
this doesn't conflict your oath, does it, Dr. Jones?
Dr.
No.
Jones. Who cares what Dr.
Okay.
Jones thinks?
I am looking over here.
Oh,
She's a
not woman.
woman.
I make it barely.
David, you're rolling on your best skill and only just scraping.
Who
Yeah.
cares?
I mean,
This
Who cares
entire
what
session.
Dr. Jones thinks? Dr. Jones is that woman.
we'll take it.
Now, are you purging the artificial gravity as well, or are you just purging the life support?
We're purging the life support in the entire ship apart from the bridge,
Oh
and our
my
door is
God.
closed.
Yeah,
You've
we're
got-
good.
And this door's closed now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, hold on. I want to know: is Dr. Jones? Is she like protesting? Is she like, no, you shouldn't do it?
She's on board, it seems.
Is she?
No, I'm on board. I'm on
All
board.
right. I like her. All right, she's good.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm just
Here,
like,
Dr. Jones, watch.
while
Come
you're
here,
chat-
watch. Dr. Jones, watch the monitor as all the people die, as we suffocate them.
I've just got tunnel vision.
No,
I mean, we don't know what the medical oath is in 100 years, so.
There's no.
This is true.
Are we gonna write a new
Get the
Hippocratic
money.
oath, are we?
Yeah.
So there's no CCTV left on the computer. That part
there's
of
not?
it,
Yeah.
that part of it's
Oh,
gone.
that's a
So you don't
bummer.
get a
That's a
view of
bummer.
anyone that's on. If there is anyone else in the ship being murdered, you don't get to.
We don't
see
hear
it.
like any.
You don't get to watch it on
Ah,
TV,
no.
unfortunately.
So, Dr. Jones, how long would it take for a person to perish in this state?
Oh,
my.
like 2 seconds.
So in space, there's no oxygen, there's no air, there's not even like bad air, there's nothing.
Is that
No
it?
one
I'm not
can
even
hear you
sure
straight.
exactly how it kills you, but it's nasty. However it is, it's nasty. Whether your lungs just implode
Yeah,
or you
you just implode.
suffocate. You're going to suffocate and freeze to death, and you're going
Your
to do all these
eyeballs
different
pop
things.
a little bit.
It's just the order that, which one kills you first? That's what I'm not sure about, because you're going to freeze, you're going to suffocate. Yeah. Oh,
The interesting part is you
fact,
get to look at afterwards.
I would say that
Yes,
just
exactly.
to make it more fun, that however you go, like whether it is suffocation, it'd be suffocation before freezing, but I would say that before the suffocation, you definitely have a strong onset of madness, and you go absolutely insane for a few seconds, but that few seconds drags out and feels like minutes and minutes and minutes, and it's a horrible.
Have you guys ever seen
horrible death.
Event Horizon?
I have seen Event Horizon.
I haven't.
yes. Oh, that's
Oh,
a good
you should
movie.
watch
Never
it.
know that
That's
one.
one of my
Good
favorite
Good
movies.
movie.
One of
Check
my
that out.
favorites.
And Horizon.
It's a good one.
It's a good one. That's how I imagine you go out. You just like.
Apparently,
start
there's a
popping.
second one as well.
Dustin is writing notes.
Oh no,
in
it's
the
fast
Discord-
rate.
In the Discord voice channel, Dustin is writing things that the viewers
I know.
can't see. I'm going to share it with the viewers because it's fucking hilarious.
Hold on. I want to see it. I haven't seen it.
Scribbles notes to HR that Camille has gone nuts. Starts praying that he can get his old crew back. This crew scares him. You even miss Erica, the security guard.
Oh yeah, Erica was a lot of fun.
Oh, and
Never
we
play
aren't.
strip poker with her though.
Oh,
Right.
so you said you shared that with the audience there.
Yeah, that was me sharing it with the audience verbally because I'm not showing it like on screen. I could, but I'm not. How long do you purge the life support for?
Well, I suppose that's up to Dr. Zone's expertise.
I
But
mean,
it isn't that long, right?
I'm no doctor, but if you do it for 5 minutes,
Yeah.
that's going to kill everybody.
I
pretty
think
sure,
5
like.
minutes is
5
more
minutes
than
is
enough.
probably more than enough. Like, yeah, I think even the best person that's the best like average person at holding their breath is pushed for 5 minutes. Like, I think after
Yeah.
5 minutes you're just gonna suffocate and die. But
Right.
you definitely
Your eyes
go mad.
explode.
You definitely go
And
mad
then we turn the
first.
life support back on.
Yep.
And could we perhaps, just to be
forget that.
certain, change the password of the console?
Okay.
So nobody
that
can
would
do that
take
to
one
us.
more.
Exactly.
You've already hacked in, but I would say in order to change the password, I would want one more subterfuge roll.
Mr. 8-Ball, I believe that's your field
Yeah,
of
let's do it.
expertise.
Your
Now, what-
expertise.
Big
Yeah.
deal to
What are
the
we
side.
trying? What are we trying to do? I apologize.
Subterfuge.
Change the password.
To change the password to what?
I don't know. Something.
Of excuse me. Of what?
The
Oh, the console.
The same computer
Oh, the
console that
console.
you've just hacked into
Yeah.
to
Okay,
do
here
the,
we
the
go.
purge
So
of the life
nobody
support
can-
systems. You're gonna get round its systems again, further get round its systems with another subterfuge roll so that you can change
No.
the password.
I get it. Here we go. Subterfuge. Here we go.
No.
Oh shit! I can't see it.
Oh,
You-
Fuck.
No, you're
What is
You're-
that? No, mine shows cocked. What is it? What did it? Hold on. Let me go to the thing.
it
here.
rolled a
Where
9.
did it roll?
It rolled a 9.
If you hover over it, it tells you rolled a 3.
Hmm.
3 plus 6. So,
So I
you failed to do that last part, which was changing the password. So other people could, with CML passes, or that can bypass it like you did. Other people could still get
Yeah.
into this
all right.
computer. Okay, and your door is still
I'm
locked
sorry.
at this point.
I'm sorry.
Well, no, I'm
It's
guessing
no
it unlocked the door because Steve has left.
Yeah.
Into the fray we go.
hmm
Off we go.
So where are we gonna go, guys? What are we thinking? How are we gonna find? Where is
Just
this?
peek our head in the doors here.
All right.
or-
All right, so
Well,
you
where do
said
we
that
where do we think is the what do we call
The
it? The
chute.
trash area? The chute?
I've got a general idea of it because I've worked with this type of ship before.
Okay.
Right, okay, yeah. So give me another pilot ship roll then, Steve.
Nice.
17.
So you would say that on a ship like this, that these are likely to be the kitchens, and these are
Right.
likely to be the barracks. But you reckon that they would probably be too small. But any of the bigger rooms, you think, any of the bigger rooms would be something that you would use as the temporary waste
Okay.
disposal. So we reckon it's there. I've just noticed we've got missing gaps again here and here, so I'm going to fix that.
All
But
right.
yeah, the bigger, you suspect it would be the bigger rooms.
Okay.
All right, come on through, folks. We're going to go to the bigger rooms on the map. Let's
Yeah.
go ahead and handle it.
Follow me.
Right behind your
Alright.
table, Kent.
Yes. Yes, I will.
All right.
Why
I
did
am
I not
fully
notice these
embracing
gaps
my
in it before?
Arnold. I am fully embracing my Arnold.
All right, knock, knock.
Follow
Let's
me.
get on in.
Shit, we gotta.
Oh no, those. Never mind, ignore the.
Captain, I don't believe knocking will aid us in this situation.
It's a figure of
The
speech,
door.
Camille.
Science or
There's the
subterfuge
door.
to get through the door?
We're not going to be clubbing baby seals.
Oh no, they're probably suffocated by now.
Yeah.
How do we? Did somebody take an eyeball from a person? Is it
It's
retinal?
not a retina scanner.
Okay.
It's a swipe card. And you
We
don't
just gotta
have one.
hack her.
I mean,
don't
if
have
you if you killed any of the Conglomerate military, then you would have one of their cards, but you've not come across
Yeah.
any. You seem to be on your
Yeah.
own on this ship.
Okay. Let's. Here, I'll just try my science, I guess.
Of course.
Yeah.
Ooh. All right.
Okay.
Would
And as
you
you
roll?
get the door
Very
open,
well.
Absolutely perfect.
and as you open the door, you see another stripped out hallway, but this one's a little different because in this one you see the bodies of 6 people not wearing spacesuits, and they seem to be wearing. There's a flag on their thing here, and we're gonna do a 1d3. So somebody can roll a 1d3 or roll a d6. 1 or 2, it's the Trumpetians. 3 or 4, it's the Kazakhstanis, and 5 or 6, it's the Canadians.
It's the Canadians.
So somebody roll a d6. I want to know which nation
ahead.
you've just
How
been
do we-
responsible for killing.
Someone do the honor?
There we go.
That was the Kazakhstanis.
The Kazakhstanis,
So there are
obviously.
6 dead members of some Kazakhstani ship. Now,
So
they
wait a
are-
minute. Hold on. I want to make sure I understand. So we opened the door, and inside the door, what did we find?
It's another hallway, but
Yeah.
you can see down this hallway when the door opens, and you see 6 dead bodies, and they're wearing the uniform of the military, the space military of the great nation of Greater Kazakhstan.
Horror beyond imagination.
Okay.
I reach for my hand scanner and I'm gonna scan the corpses to gather all the
Ooh.
medical data. This is vital for our research to see how the human body responds.
Okay, so you
to-
give me a science roll
like
with
that,
plus
I like
1.
that.
You get plus 1 on this roll.
Okay, perfect.
While you're down there looking, see if they have any kind of access or key
Oh.
cards.
+1, so I make
Oh.
it.
You get a plus 1. So
Oh yes.
I think are we gonna
Nice.
homebrew that a 1 is always a fail? I don't think it says in the rules that a 1's always a fail and a 12's always a success.
I don't
think it
remember
does
But it
mention
sounds
that.
good.
Don't think
It
there's any
sounds
crits
good.
or fumbles, so that's a success, even though you rolled a 1. The purists will be hating it.
Hold on. How about success with a complication?
Oh, I like that.
The corpses
Yeah,
reanimate and they're undead.
No, yeah, I like that. I like
One
that.
guy's
So,
like, oh.
maybe not a complication, but something. So one of them, yeah, Sarah, one of them's not quite dead yet. One
Yeah.
of them's like
Oh no! Help me! Oh.
gasping his
Betsy, give him some med
but
care.
the life support's back on, so he's slowly coming back to life. He's dead. He was like almost dead. His eyeballs have like popped out his skull.
Yeah.
His eyeballs are like sticking out. There's blood trickling out his ears and out his nose, and he's like,
And they're
like coming back,
I-
coming back, and
I
he's slowly
scan him
getting
even
breath in
more.
his lungs again. You
You
scan him
scan
again.
him harder.
I
This-
scan him harder.
This man's showing signs. All his vital signs are completely off. This man should be dead.
Okay, so would it be
Alright.
bad if I just put him out of his misery? It's a compassionate
no.
thing.
Well, no,
I
but
have
maybe
gathered enough data.
Benito goes up to him and he goes, "What's wrong with you? What's wrong? What happened here? What happened here? What happened here?"
And even if he does manage to get any words out, you don't speak Kazakhstani, so
Oh.
Damn it.
Is
Yeah, I'm all,
he just lies
I'm all
there
for-
looking at you with his eyeballs popped out his head. His whole face is
Can I
purple.
put this man out of his misery? Oh my gosh.
His face is
I've gathered
purple.
enough data.
The veins are like bursting out of his face. He's in a very bad way. Total Recall comes to mind. That bit in Total Recall. He looks like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you going to put him out of his misery, Sarah?
May I?
You may.
Absolutely.
Now, what are you going to put him
you
out of
have
his
to
misery
you have to
with?
move your token. You have to move your token up next to Benito.
Where is he?
And
What-
like just
what-
fire and
So
like
let's say
shoot
we're
him in the
Benito's.
face.
Well, what are you going to do? Are you shooting with a gun?
What's my melee weapon?
You tell me. What kind of melee
I'm-
weapon does your medic carry? All melee weapons
Scalpel.
do the same damage here, so it doesn't matter. It's all flavor.
It's off label. What labor? Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to think of something because I'm kind of nervous about just popping off a pulse pistol in here.
You have
Okay,
a
okay,
scalpel.
ricochet.
Just cut him.
Yeah, I'm just
You-
gonna
you can
cut him
strangle
with my
him if you
scalpel.
want.
You just go
You could
cut his
smother
throat
him,
with a
yeah.
scalpel.
Give him a little pillow therapy. Yeah, I'm just gonna use my scalpel and just make it quick as possible.
And I
I
turn.
may be weird, but I do believe in compassionate death.
I turn
so.
to Casatopiana. What are you doing?
Oh.
This is so brutal.
When you cut his
Call
throat,
compassion.
when you
It
cut
didn't
his
let me roll
throat,
anything.
oh, I don't need you to roll anything.
Oh, there it goes. It went 9. Okay. Did it not work?
You rolled it. That means
Oh
you
my
rolled a
goodness.
1.
Oh my goodness, that was so brutal.
So that was the damage. So you don't need to roll to hit him. That was the damage, and 8 damage. 8 damage is enough to kill him anyway. So even though the minimum
Alright.
damage kills him,
Okay,
he's
good,
lying
good, good.
prone on the ground. I don't need you to make a skill roll to. You just basically stuck it in, and that roll was for how much damage you did. But
Okay,
there was
perfect.
some weird build-up of pressure in his body, and when you slit his throat, the blood comes out in a B-movie fountain of blood fashion, and you get
B-movie?
One of my
absolutely
favorites.
sprayed
I love
in
it.
You get absolutely
B-movie?
sprayed in blood.
Oh, yeah, a B movie, like.
Like over the
B-movie.
top.
Not like B
I was
movie like
talking-
Disney with the bees, not like Pixar the B movie, no. Like B movie as in like really B quality.
Yeah, I
with
was thinking the
with the corn
DreamWorks
syrup
B-movie.
blood
Over
and
the
the
top.
yeah. You know what I mean.
Like, I don't recall this from B movie.
Has anyone seen Brain Dead? It was
No.
Peter Jackson done before Lord of the Rings, and it's a zombie movie, and it's done in New Zealand, and it's the worst movie ever. That's what I think of when I think of B movie.
Oh wait, I did see that. Yeah,
I watched it growing up. My dad was a fan. Where they put a baby in a blender, and there's the guy with the lawnmower going
Yeah.
through all the zombies and shit. Have you not seen
Oh
that?
my
Sarah?
god,
I have not.
Oh, you
I
love
have
it.
seen this.
Yeah, you would love it, Sarah. You love a good horror movie. This is
Yeah,
brilliant.
yeah.
Peter Jackson at his best. Lord of the Rings.
I
is
love
shit. This
over
is
the top
one.
gore like that, dude. It's so great. It's
Brain
so
Dead
great.
by Peter Jackson.
Hey,
Check that out. It's a moment from Brain Dead by Peter Jackson. If anyone's seen it.
Casatopia, what are you doing? That's
I do have spacesuits on though, so
disgusting.
this is
My
all
goodness.
on a spacesuit. You can just wipe it off. You don't get covered in it. Your spacesuit gets.
You're
I
fine.
have
It's
a little
good.
windshield wiper on my
Now
Yeah.
life support is on. If you guys wanted to open your helmets, you can.
Okay.
I'm not going to risk it.
No.
I
Yeah, if you wanna
don't
keep
want to
mine
know what
on.
it smells like right now.
There's
No.
a thing.
Consider that
Casa-
when
Casa-
people die, they
Casatopia.
void their bowels, and there's 6 bodies right
Yeah.
here. Nah, we're gonna hold off on that.
And they're not wearing
Casatopia has a
spacesuits.
brutal side to her. I need to be cautious.
You gotta watch
Right.
out for the quiet ones.
Yeah. All right, we're moving forward. God damn. Oh my god. So brutal.
All right. Oh wait, wait. We just passed these big rooms right here. Let's check these
Hmm?
big rooms, right?
Oh, yes.
Yes, exactly.
Of course, yes.
Oops. Oops.
So the green doors are unlocked.
Okay, so we can just pop into one.
All right.
To
should
the
we
left
do
or to
south?
the right?
South. I say south.
Okay.
Okay, let's go this way. Do I see anything in here?
Oh, you're going north. Okay.
Yep.
Hold on, please.
There is no north or south in space.
There is only.
Smart ass. All right.
There's only
Follow,
Yeah, I am the
follow
scientist.
captain. Follow the captain.
You find an empty room, stripped completely bare.
All right, circle back, folks. Go to the other one.
Yes.
Take
I opened the other one.
Okay, door opens, and you
Uh-oh.
find another completely empty room. This one's maybe got some junk lying around, like bits of broken panel where they've broken a bit as came off, and that's the only sign of anything different from the last room. It's just a stripped out room. There's nothing left in here. Whatever was here before is stripped out completely.
And-
Okay.
Camille's like, oh, why didn't I think of this before? And I
Start-
start looting the Kazakhstanis. See if they
Yeah.
have anything valuable.
Okay.
Did your hand scanner? Did your
Do
hand
they have
scanner
an
give you any
access
info?
card? Yeah.
Yeah.
So they
What'd you say,
have.
Sarah?
Did your hand scanner reveal anything other than he
Oh,
was
yeah.
slightly alive?
No, they were all in good health before you killed them. Before you brutally murdered them all, they were all in good health. You would find on them Right, so let's say between the 6 of them, you can find another 3 med packs,
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
and all 6 of them would have pulse pistols. No, not pulse pistol, sorry, laser pistol. A laser pistol isn't the same. Pulse pistol's D6 plus 6 damage, a laser pistol is just D6 damage. So these are lesser weapons than you have, but it's an extra weapon, should you need one. 6 of them available.
How do we add something to our? Click on edit.
Right, so, for example...
Dr. Jones,
Yes.
one med pack for me, 2 for you.
So, in order to
Well, we
add
can
something...
divvy them out, yeah.
In order to add something, I can just show you that all this it's in
I
there.
think
Go to your character
I
and go
think-
to the attributes
yeah,
and abilities tab.
I think I already figured it out, mate.
And on the add, you just type in, you click add on the first one, you type in laser pistol. I'm on yours, by the way, Shaemus.
Yeah,
and
I'm
it's-
correcting. Somebody used the British spelling of armored. So I had
That
to
might have been the
correct
Scottish person that wrote it that speaks British English. Yeah.
Aw.
So you add
what
laser
was-
pistol, 1d6. Oh,
Okay.
like there, see how
Hold
I've
on,
wrote
I'm
at the
doing it.
bottom?
So I'm
Laser
doing
pistol.
it. 1 laser pistol. I got it.
Oh, you're
Got
adding
it,
it to your
buddy.
inventory, right? I'm adding it to your sheet so you can use it. So
It's
yeah,
1d6.
yeah, it's 1d. No, sorry, yeah, just 1d6. Then to add the macro is easy as well. What you do is you click on
I
the
see you
abilities
added it.
tab. You click add, and then you scroll down and you'll find new ability 0. You change it to what's going on here?
It's all right. I see that you already did it. That's perfect.
Hang on.
Thank you. Thank you. And it sounds like my colleagues are going to do the medical pack, the med packs.
So you add where it says new ability, you write damage laser pistol. You hit the little tick button and that adds it, and then open it up again, and in the box there you write the macro. The macro is square bracket, D6, close square bracket, and then you click the tick button, and then you click the show as token action button, and you now have a new button at the top for laser pistol
great.
damage.
Well, you said 1 square bracket or 2?
2
Sorry.
square brackets each side. So it's just square bracket, D6, square bracket.
Oh,
and you
just
click
d6. Not 1d6, just d6. Okay.
Both works. And you then click the show as token action button. And that's now added a new button to the top of your screen.
Dustin, what did you do? You did the shining.
Nice.
Yep, that's it. You've done that correctly.
Now,
Sarah, well done.
why did you put the shining in there? That's awesome.
Those
Oh,
are
that
all the
was
blood.
that was what happened when she cut the guy.
That was the red rum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And by the
That's
way,
the hallway we were in.
Yeah, if you guys are interested, I put it what I call my '80s flick flashback.
I see
It's
that,
all
I see
like
that,
The
yeah.
Shining.
I'm listening
and
to it as we're playing.
Nice,
yeah, it's really
All the
good.
John Carpenter.
I'm on the
I love it,
thing
I love
right
it.
now.
It's a lot of John Carpenter.
Yeah,
Yes,
this
yeah.
white bat audio that I'm recommending before
Oh,
is
cool.
very John Carpenter inspired, very much so.
And how many medical packs?
You found 3
2 for
medical
you.
packs total. So
2?
I think Camille said she was
I've-
going to give you 2 and she's taken 1.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I have 4 now. Sweet. Okay. Nobody else wants one? I'll pass them out. I don't care.
Everyone else already has 1. You two
Okay.
just both started with extra because
You're the specialist.
you're the doctor.
You should keep it.
Okay. All right. Good thinking.
All right. So, what do you guys think? Should we head towards the other big rooms, right? Right.
Yeah.
Where
Yep.
there might be. Yeah. All right.
And Nobody ever met an access card?
How are
Good
they
question.
getting through here without the access
none of the
cards?
Kazakhstanis had the.
You would imagine, Steve, the same way you are, by using science or subterfuge on the doors.
Okay.
Anything you can do, they can technically do. So you would imagine it's that way.
All right, left or right?
Well, I would say keep going because we've got the schematic of the spaceship. We know that the big rooms are here and here.
Let's
Right,
go for
that's
this
right.
one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Steve's gonna go
Let's
inside.
do it. Yeah, I'll do it. Benito crashes through. I can't see everybody else's label, so I don't know who's next to me.
All right. Okay. Do we find anything?
Let me go in, Captain Smith. I will check.
In this
All right.
room,
Go ahead.
In this room,
Marine.
you see a bunch of junk.
Mm-hmm.
You can't tell at first glance if the bathroom fittings are in here. You would have to spend some time maybe having a look through the junk.
Can our hand scanners help with that?
No, so they're a scientific hand scanner. They scan for life forms, for life signs on people, for their vitals, for things like that. They're not.
Okay.
It's not an X-ray device.
Okay.
Actually, that brings up a point. Can they be set to scan for fecal matter?
Well, no, it brings up another point, though, Sarah, because this is a data chip or something that you're looking for, isn't it? Not a data chip. Let me look up the exact
It's
words.
a data sphere, I believe.
Yeah. But I'm saying,
But I see what
everybody-
Captain Smith is saying. If it was a hand towel station, then it is possible that there was fecal matter.
saying, and it makes sense, actually.
Wouldn't it have like hand DNA, like handprints and?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
like,
I mean, we already have touch DNA right now, so 100 years.
Right,
ago.
Might
yeah.
have bacterial life forms.
So back.
I mean, let's be honest. Nobody washes their hands in space.
Wouldn't there be bacteria?
Yeah, you're fun.
Well, certainly
Not
men
only
don't.
does no one
I mean,
hear you
hey,
scream in
right?
space, no one
Right,
washes
come on,
their hands
Dustin.
in space either.
Come on, Dustin. What do us men always say? It doesn't matter 100 years from now. We all go, I didn't do it. All I did was I didn't pee on my hands. Right? What do we say all the time? It's like all I did was shake it. But what's
Why
the
do you
problem?
think we learned the helicopter?
Give me a
Yeah,
science roll with
exactly.
the +1.
It's not going to
from using the
change
scanner.
100 years.
Give me a science roll with +1 from using the scanner to find any signs of human fecal matter in this room.
Nice.
That works for me. I like it.
Or
Both of us?
Yeah, you could both make
or,
a scan. You could all
or
make a
urine.
scan.
Urine. I don't know what the scientific. Wouldn't just be fecal. It'd be urine, right?
Urine as well, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a 14.
Oh, I haven't
Okay.
rolled more than a
14?
3 today.
You've not rolled more than a 3.
Yeah.
I know. What's going on, David?
That's so crazy.
Okay, so
Okay.
It's the beer.
you find no sign of any fecal matter in this room. But you, like I said, you didn't see any sign of the bathroom furnishings in this room.
Okay.
What did you roll to hand scan?
Just the science.
Oh,
Yeah,
just
science.
science.
But you get a
Okay,
+1
okay,
on that
okay.
though, because your
It's
hand
a
scanner
+1,
gives you a
okay.
+1 in science rolls.
All right, so no poop in here. So we have to do this old-fashioned way, huh?
No fecal matter.
All right.
All right, let's go check the other room. But then I think we should let Casatopia do, because women are more sensitive to this. Let's be honest.
You aren't speaking in Arnold's voice. Is this Shaemus speaking at the moment?
Okay, in this room,
Let's be honest. Women are much more sensitive to dudes' disgustingness.
right, in this room,
Yeah.
you find... Oh! I've missed an absolute thing throughout. I've missed something, right? So I should have been describing something that I totally forgot to describe. So, we don't need to change anything. I've just forgot to add a detail. In all the corridors, it's a big detail, so sorry. As you explore the ship, you find stacks of explosives in many of the rooms, and even lining the corridors, in
Yeah, that's a big
barrels
detail.
and storage crates. It's a very big detail, so I apologise.
Write that one
These
down.
have been wired in, not stored, and seem to have been set to detonate on a remote. So it looks like the Carmichael has been rigged to explode.
We better hurry. We're on a time limit.
I concur. Let's motivate,
Yeah.
folks.
Now
Yeah,
in this
that's
room
a
you do
motivation.
find a lot more junk, and this time it does look like it might be the walls that separate rooms and possibly even bathroom stalls. So
All right.
Scanning we go.
Here we go.
Let's
Come on.
scan.
Oh, an 11!
Come on.
Oh, look
Yeah,
at ya!
there we
Look
go.
at that.
Your scanner
Finally got him out of my
shows
system.
your scanner shows signs of fecal matter somewhere amongst the junk. But
Woo.
the junk is packed
And it was-
in really tight in
it
here,
was-
and it's going to take you some time
it
to
was-
look through it.
It was totally Casatopia that focused in on it because you know how women are.
Do you want to
They're
see
like,
something really funny? So, on the map that comes in the PDF, that's actually a blue square, and I had to screenshot one of the other rooms and dump it on top to hide it from you. Otherwise, it would have been.
That's so funny.
Why is that room blue, Oliver? Because that's the
Yeah.
one you're
Yeah,
looking for.
yeah.
So I had
That's
to add
good.
that on
Slightly
top of it.
More HR.
All right.
Look at those Photoshop skills, guys. Look at that.
It's amazing.
Yeah, mm,
It's amazing.
excellent work.
Good.
All right.
All right. Let's do
Right,
this.
Mr. 8-Ball, put some muscle into it.
The captain digs in, starts tossing stuff around, looking for what he needs.
All right. We're
All
looking
right,
for a
but-
paper towel dispenser.
Right, tell me which of your
need-
stats you're going to use to roll to do your test. You could use strength if you're lifting the big things out of the way. You're all working together to search this room, but tell me which stat you would like to roll on how you're searching the room.
Benito's gonna go. I moved him. He's gonna go to the opening of the door, and he's gonna just keep an eye out for any kind of shenanigans.
Okay,
bad
okay,
guys,
okay.
Whatever. I'll be right back.
All right. The captain is going to look around for a pallet jack or some piece of industrial equipment
Okay.
because I am really good at driving vehicles, but not good at actually doing manual labor.
There you go. Right, okay. So I would say you find a pallet jack, you find a forklift, and you can
Okay.
use you can roll on drive for your search of the room. So yours is a
Ooh.
success, right? Okay. So let's see how many successes we get. Cassiopeia or Camille, what would you like to roll on? How are you searching?
I'd probably use my strength. I don't know what else I would have.
Right.
Yeah.
So you use your
I'm at it.
strength to just lift up the big things because it's a small thing you're trying to find, like a hand towel dispenser. So you're lifting the big things
Or
out of the way.
maybe would agility be better? Like I can climb over stuff.
Climbing
and
over
look-
stuff, agility.
Yeah.
I would take an
Alright,
agility.
let's-
I'm gonna do
climbing
the
over
same
stuff.
thing then.
That's a
Try
success from
agility.
you. You're doing the same
Okay,
thing as the
okay.
agility, yeah?
Ooh, nice.
You rolled
Okay.
higher than a 3, David!
Yeah. Previously I've
Finally.
done 11.
Just got a 13. So
Uh,
that's 3 successes. We'll see how Benito does when he gets back. Now, how I'm ruling this, I'm making this up as I go along, by the way, guys. How I'm ruling this is that it's going to take you 6 minus however many successes you get times 10 minutes to find it. So it starts off at 60 minutes. You've got 3 successes, that's brought it down to 30 minutes. If Benito rolls a success on his search, it'll bring it down to 20 minutes. So it's going to take you 20 minutes to find it. That's how I'm ruling this. Absolutely making this
Okay.
up as I go along, guys.
No, that sounds good.
I'm tempted to roll for Shaemus. I'm kind of impatient, like. I'm going to roll for him. I don't even open his character sheet, I've got buttons, haven't I? Right, how's he doing it? How does he use his skills? The
I
security
feel
guard.
like he would be brute strength, don't y'all? I
Yeah,
mean,
brute strength.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that seems like his deal.
yeah.
I mean, you have access to his token, right?
I do.
Or shouting at the
yeah.
crates, he might do that as well.
Shout.
All right, so he'd succeed.
Calling him a
Move! Get out of
slur.
the way!
Move, you stupid crates!
Oh my gosh, have you heard the Coffee House cover of that?
Of what?
Move the
What?
crates? What? No.
Move, bitch, get out the way.
No,
but
no,
it's
no.
the
Oh, yeah,
Coffee
yeah,
House
yeah.
cover.
No.
I have.
I bet it's fun. Right, okay, so in 20 minutes, you're gonna find it. Now I'm gonna make some rolls.
Oh.
There it is. There's the one I've been looking for all night. That's the one I've been looking for all night. So, on that roll, I need to roll something else. So I now roll 1d6. 6. Roll twice and ignore any further 6s, okay? So a 4 and a 6, so I ignore that and roll again. 4 and a 5. Oh, this is going to be fun. So, someone else roll me a d6.
How do I roll a d6?
On the left, there's a dice roller.
On the top left.
All right. There we go.
Yeah.
That's not what you wanted.
Oh no!
The one
I was
time
like,
do
great
roll well.
roll.
Yeah,
Oh no.
should have rolled a 1. Or 2 or 3.
Yeah. Where's the 3s now?
Yeah, where's your ones now, David?
Yeah.
Of course.
Can you see what I'm adding to the map?
Oh! Got the life support!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. And they're wearing spacesuits.
All right, so it was good that I went to the opening, right? Or the doorway, because bad guys are coming.
Yep.
All right.
And so we got 4 was the D6 conglomerate military, and the 5 is an enemy agent. So there's an enemy agent shows up as well.
But this door is still locked, right? Oh, they're behind it as well!
The agent is behind us.
So they are
Wait,
there.
wait, our friend agent?
No. So what happens is
No.
no. So what happens is 6 conglomerate military appear when this door opens.
Okay, and Benetto is standing there.
Yep.
8 Ball standing there. Okay.
So that door's
And
now open, and there's 6
Is the
conglomerate
agent
military
also
behind it.
conglomerate?
And no, he's an enemy agent, so he's another country. So roll me a d6 again. 1 or 2 is the
Neo-Trumpetian.
Trumps, 3 or 4 is the Kazakhstanis, and 5 and 6 is the Canadians.
If he's Neo-Trumpetian, I got a perfect name for the double agent. Who rolls?
Anyone?
Go
I
ahead.
got it.
1. He's a
Yeah,
Trumpetian.
perfect. Okay,
He's
do you
got-
guys know King of the Hill?
Yes.
Yeah.
This double agent is called Rusty Shackleford,
Rusty Shackleford. Okay.
which is Dale's alter ego.
Okay. Nice. Very nice. Okay.
Like, why is your fly open? It's my yard.
And you've got 6 conglomerate military.
Okay. We got
All right.
this.
All right,
Now-
you tell me this. I'm new to this game system. Is there an initiative type of situation?
There is an
What do we do?
initiative button, but bear with me a second because I'm tidying something up
Okay.
again.
Yeah, and I'm getting everything ready. Give me a sec.
Sorry, I should have done this before. I never realised how messy it was going to look.
That's all right, my friend. This has been a fun session, Oliver.
Glad to hear it, mate.
100%.
One
Yeah.
second, I'm almost done. In fact, let's make this easier. I'll just switch their nameplates off. So these are all conglomerate military. I'll leave one of them's nameplate on, that's how I'll do it. Okay, so yeah, I will pull up the initiative tracker. We now have a turn order tracker. You may now roll initiative. It's just, again, you click on your token, and
Alright.
initiative is one of the macros.
Yeah.
Rolled a 4.
Oh,
Well,
my 2 is back.
13, I guess.
Oh my goodness, you guys are great. How do I do it? I click on my token. Right click.
Just click on your token and you'll notice up at the top of the screen.
It's not doing it. I'm not sure I understand. I'm sorry.
There should be initiative, should be one of the buttons at the top.
Oh wait, I think I just saw it. Hold on, bro. Hold on, buddy.
So that's 12 for me, and for this guy, ooh, 16. Now,
Alright, hold on.
They
Hold
don't
on.
have
So,
an-
okay, so
okay, so that was 12. They don't have an automated like thing to throw up onto the thing. So what I need
So-
to do now is I need to right click you and go add turn.
Ah,
hold
okay.
on. I'm
Add
sorry.
turn.
I'm sorry to be dense.
Yep.
You say click on my
Click on your
which I
token, and
did.
at the top of the screen, you see your roles. Initiative is one of them.
No, I don't see that.
Just
No?
like how you're doing your subterfuge and all that stuff.
Okay.
No?
Hold on.
Okay, we'll just
No.
roll a d12 and add your agility, and that's your number. So Steve rolled a 19.
My agility is 8.
So just roll a d12 and add 8.
Okay, wait. Hold on.
Sarah,
D12.
what did you roll?
I rolled a 13.
Ooh,
Oh, you've got 20 on initiative.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
And
That makes
Camille
sense.
rolled a 9.
I rolled a 9, yeah.
Okay. So, we're going to have a 3-way battle. I'm so glad that those rolls happened that way and we got a 3-way. This is going to be fun. So, Benito, you are first in initiative order. What would you like to do?
Yeah. Well, I assume.
Now, I rolled that.
Mhm.
Sorry, so just before we go into initiative, actually, I rolled that on the second of the 10 minutes. So, just as you found it, just as Camille found the data chip, this
Okay.
happened. So you have it. You have the data. You've got the piece of data, the data chip or the data, whatever it was.
Benito doesn't necessarily know that. Agreed.
Unless Camille, no, because you're on the outside of the door. So the other two, Steve and Cassie, you would see it. You would know that Camille's found it. You would know that Camille has
Yeah.
it in her possession. But
Okay.
maybe
Right,
Benito, you
found it.
don't. Yeah.
Benito's look. It's just like in Aliens, like right? It's like game over.
Game over, man!
Game over,
Game
man.
over. Yeah.
What would you like to do,
He's
Benito?
occupied. Well, I'm gonna fire at these guys. Not to be blunt about it. Okay, I'm new. This is the first time I've ever played this game system, so I'm
click a
asking
token.
you.
And then you just click on your blaster. Well, no, you can do blaster rifle or the pistol. You've got 3 weapons. Take a pick.
I do, and I think I'm definitely doing the rifle.
Okay.
Does the rifle? I'm asking. Does the rifle do a single target? Does it do a spread? What
Just
does
one
that
target.
look like?
It's a blaster
It is.
rifle,
Okay,
like a
that's
Star
fine.
Wars blaster rifle. It's
Yeah, that's fine.
an energy thing.
So,
An energy
Just
weapon.
don't
think
miss.
I think I'm gonna go for the outside enemy right
Okay,
there,
Okay.
and I am going to click on my.
Ranged
Just
combat.
a moment. Yep, that's what I figured. Initiative, right there it is. Range combat. Bam. What did I roll? Damn,
20.
I can't
That is
see
a
it.
Go.
hit. You can roll damage, sir.
Ooh, nice.
Awesome.
And to roll damage, how do I roll damage? Do I do just double click?
No, you will have another button at the top that says blaster rifle damage.
Where do I see that, brother? I see.
Same again. Click your token and it'll be on the rolls at the top.
They're in
Okay,
alphabetical order.
They're in alphabetical order.
Why am I not seeing that? I don't
It's the
understand
same-
what I'm doing.
Maybe I've made a mistake.
It might
How
be
it-
damage blaster rifle.
Damage.
How are you-
Blaster rifle. It's the 4th one along, Shaemus.
I
How are you-
definitely.
Token. Click your token. Look at the top of the screen. It's the 4th of the buttons.
Like, how were you rolling your subterfuge earlier?
Oh, I see it up there. Oh, I'm so
Yeah.
sorry, guys. I see it now.
Yeah.
So
Bam.
roll- there we go.
Thank you. That's the
Yeah, there we go.
macros you guys have been.
Ooh.
My video was in front of it. My
Okay.
video screen. Shit. What did I roll?
Killed him.
A 15.
Okay. Thank you. The way you guys responded, it was like, oh, that's
Dead. Dead. Dead.
You did.
Good. All right. I took him out. All
Now
right.
you've
it's
not
good.
moved.
So-
Would you like to make any movement with your turn?
100%. He is going to
So,
back.
I decided last time you
Yeah.
can move 60 feet, so 6 squares.
Not even going to do that. He is just going to back. He's going to back into this corner here. Yeah. He's looking to use the. He's looking to use the little short hallway as a cover.
Right, okay, it's Captain Steve's turn.
Alrighty. So,
The coming, Captain Steve.
Steve
Kill
is
him.
going to. Alright, Cassiopeia, like, we know you got the stuff.
Oh shit! You were out in the hall.
And it was Camille that found it. Camille that found it.
Camille.
Camille,
Camille, come on! and I'm gonna start moving down the hallway.
You making a run?
How much can I move?
6 squares.
All right, so let's see.
I didn't
1,
realize,
2, 3,
Captain Steve,
4,
I didn't realize
5,
you were out in the hall there.
6. Yeah,
He wasn't. He's just left.
He's moving.
yeah, I'm moving. Okay, I'm making a run for it, and I see this person down here. What do I roll for shooting?
Where you would shoot on the pulse pistol, not pulse pistol
Range
damage,
combat?
just pulse pistol. Range combat, sorry, yes. Roll range combat, and if you hit him, you roll damage on pulse pistol. Yes, roll the
I got a
pulse
15.
pistol damage button. That's a hit.
All right, damage, pulse pistol.
Yep. 9.
9.
Rusty takes a serious wound, but is not dead. Oh, oops. Rusty
Okay.
looks very injured, but is not dead. Steve,
All right,
you've
so
moved on.
Steve is gonna lead the charge. Everybody, make your way out.
Okay, it's now Rusty's turn.
But you're heading towards the Trumpetian, right? Who's down at the end of the hallway.
Which
we
is
don't
this
know what
guy,
it
yeah.
is. Okay, yeah. Okay.
And guess whose
Yeah.
turn it is?
It's his.
Yeah, he's-
Rusty's.
So he's going to shoot right back. In fact, you've just really injured. I wonder if he's going to make. If he's going to make. If he's going to try to escape. He's on his own here. He sees the conglomerate police, but no, because he's not seen these guys. He's just seen
exactly.
the sea military
doesn't know
there.
we're
He's seen
there.
them. Yeah, he's going to take a
Yeah.
shot. He is going to attempt to shoot you, Steve.
The Trumpetian?
Yep, he's going to attempt to shoot Steve.
Okay. Interesting. Oh shit. He's gonna
Oh, that's a
Steve
miss.
Smith.
That's a
Steve
miss.
nice.
Smith, the drummer of Journey and captain of our ship.
Now it's Cassie's
Of our
turn.
shit.
Now it's whose turn?
Cassie, Sarah.
Okay.
Sarah!
So
All right.
we're making the run for it, right?
Yeah, we're
Dust
Looks
going.
like it.
Dustin, was there an intention that your name was after the
No,
drummer
I
of
named the
Journey?
character. So when I was making
Yeah.
pre-gens, I was actually looking for short names to fit them well with the font on the overlay.
Yeah, my last name is Smith,
Dustin's
so
name
that's
is
why
Smith.
I chose Steve.
What better name? The drummer of the Escape album, one of the greatest albums of all time. So just to,
What's the is there a distance limit or should I just
6
stay here by
squares.
hand?
Mhm.
Oh, okay. So
Diagonal counts as 1, so that'd be 1, 2, 3,
Okay.
4, 5, 6. Next to Steve would be 6.
all right.
see. Oh my gosh! So I went into the room. You guys are going out. Oh my gosh! Okay.
Making
all
a
right.
run for it. Bye.
Any shots or anything?
This place is rigged with dynamite. We're
going?
trying to get
Where are you-
off of here.
You're trying to avoid a firefight while they're in a place that's rigged with bombs. Yeah.
Yeah.
As you run by me, Cassiopeia, where are you going?
So
I'm
you,
just
you're,
like,
Why
not,
are you
you're not
running?
making any attacks. You're just running, right?
Oh yeah, I can take a shot at
You're
this
taking a
guy.
shot,
I
okay.
forgot he was down here. Yeah, you shoot at my captain.
It's just
Like-
shot at your captain, indeed. Yeah.
Will my pulse pistol go that far though?
Yeah, it's got
Pulse
enough range.
that far? Okay.
I'd
Where's
say
my
that
range?
it's probably got a range of. It's probably got a range of 6. Any more than 6, and you're maybe taking a penalty. I'm making this up as I go along. Sorry, John.
About 6.
But you're within 6, so I would say you're golden.
I'm good. Okay. So ranged combat for.
Range combat. Ooh, that's
Oh,
a miss.
I missed.
Okay.
I missed anyways. Okay.
Now we move on to the conglomerate
I'm too
military. Now,
Uh-oh, here we go.
yeah, this is when you
Here
might
we
be in
go.
trouble. So they're gonna
Quick
they're gonna
question
yell.
about Deep Space. Quick question about Deep Space as a game system. Is it a move plus action type of, right? You can move plus action.
Oh mate, it doesn't even have that much written in the rules. I make that up as I go along.
Really?
It's super
Yeah.
rules
Fair
light,
narrative.
It doesn't even detail that.
That's
It's
fine.
super narrative,
Yeah.
mate. I'm making up numbers as I go along. Absolutely.
All right.
Right. So they are. These guys have. Let me check. They have. Oh, I've not added their damage for some reason to their macros.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll have to real quickly just adjust their character sheets. Bear with me a moment.
Take your time.
Damage pops up. No, I just forgot to click the show button, so it now shows. It should anyway. Yeah, it does now when I click on one. Okay, so range combat. This is Stevie shooting. Steve. Steve.
Oh no.
Yeah, you're going to take some damage. Now, I would say that because he's more than 6, that was a -1 on the shot, but he's rolled a 17, so it still hits you. The damage, I'm going to say, is the same. Oh.
Oh
Oh.
God.
Yeah, no, that shouldn't have been... That's the wrong roll. It's not a pulse pistol. It's not a pulse pistol he's got. Hang on 2 seconds. I'm sure it's he's got
our
the
captain
laser.
didn't die.
I'm sure he's got the laser pistol. Let me just double check. Oh no, it says pulse, but it does say pulse pistol. So these guys have got the pulse pistol. Oof, yeah, you do take that, but you do take that full damage.
All
This
right.
is why the rolling 6 of them was bad news for you. You take 12 damage,
Yeah.
Steve.
So I'm at 6, right? 6 HP.
Okay, I might get my TPK, guys. I've not done one in a while.
No.
The second one is going to shoot again with a -1, and this one's going to shoot at Cassie. Oh, I love killing my friends. I just love it.
Don't you love those out of context things?
That's a miss. So the
Perfect.
third
Ah.
one misses. The fourth one, and this fourth one's on Steve, misses. The fifth one, which is Cassie, hits.
Okay.
Okay.
For 9 damage.
Hits for 9. Okay, let me fix that.
But
Hit who did you hit?
Me.
in fact, yeah.
Cassiopeia?
So first round they didn't move. They've just taken their shots from there. They may move in the next round, but yes, Cassie and Steve have both taken quite a chunk of damage in that round.
Okay.
But it's
I'm
Camille's
down
turn.
to 11.
Okay, so it's a very narrative game, right?
Yes.
I
Yeah.
run out of the room, grab my pistol, and I trying to shoot at the console at the door, like force it to close
Ooh,
by
to get
shooting
it. Closed?
Oh.
Yeah, I like it.
I like it as well. In fact, I like it. I'm just make a successful ranged combat, and I'll say you can close the door. They can probably open it again next round, but
Yeah.
you managed to hit it just in the
Perfect.
button that
Good
shuts
job.
the door.
Good job.
You shut the door.
Good job.
Yeah, I like
And
it.
so I
like it.
moved 1 space, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
There
All
you go.
right.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm the only one who's like holding himself up in the room.
But it's your turn, though, Benito, because you're at the top of the next round. It's round 2, and it's your
All right.
turn.
Yeah.
Now I'm curious as all my colleagues have left. Yeah, I'm all right. That's interesting.
Captain's orders.
Yeah.
It was like you're
Good.
supposed to be following us.
He said run.
Captain's orders were
He
get
did.
the fuck out.
He did. He did. He did. All right.
It's
Tell
like,
me when I'm
dust
ready.
off.
Am I up?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Okay. I
Wait.
apologize.
nah, you never asked your contact guy for any equipment, did you? So
No,
nah,
we didn't.
I was gonna say if you'd asked for explosives, I could have maybe gave Benito a grenade, but
Yeah. No.
This thing is rigged with
this
explosives.
thing's
That's
also
a
rigged with
terrible
explosives.
idea.
It's probably a terrible
Exactly.
idea. Anyway, yeah.
Question, and I apologize. I've been drinking bourbon. Did we get the data that we came for?
Yes,
believe-
Camille
Yes.
has
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
I have
Yeah.
it.
Camille has it. Yes.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna follow suit. How far can I go?
6 squares.
6.
Diagonal counts as
One.
1, so 1, 2,
3, 4.
3, 4,
Five.
5, 6. Parallel with
6.
Camille is 6. You could get one further if you wanted. You could go to there.
Yeah, and I'm good with that. And the door's closed at this moment.
Yeah.
It's closed
You
at
could
this
take a
moment.
shot at this guy over here.
What's
in
that?
front of us. You
We've
could take
got
a shot at this guy
Rusty
in front
over
of us.
here.
Well, I don't know. Maybe the the Neo-Trumpetian Order guy is the NTO. How do we know he's against us? We don't know.
You like the Trumps.
I like the
Shaemus
Trump.
loves the Trump. You've outed yourself as a Trump lover and everything.
But
tonight,
how do we
Shaemus.
know the NTO? How do we know the NTO guy is against us? He hasn't fired at us, right?
He fired. Yeah. Well, actually,
he did?
He fired at us.
Fired at us, yeah.
He did fire.
Oh, he
at
did?
you. Yeah, he fired at you.
All right.
Well-
if he did,
We can't take him as a prisoner.
Well, if the NTO guy fired at us,
Remember, you're trying.
Doors
To,
closed.
you're supposed to be doing this. No guns blazing to avoid a
Yeah.
war. Was the point of this
So-
mission?
Taking him
But if it-
as a prisoner.
if the
would
We
be-
NTO
need to leave him here and get the hell off so they go after the Trumpians instead of us.
I'm just saying, taking a
Yeah.
prisoner isn't going to go a long way in stopping a war.
Yeah.
It's
No.
going to
Very
help you
true.
start one.
but
Take
but you're
him down,
telling-
leave him here. The evidence
Yeah.
points to them.
Yeah, you're right. So that's my question. So the NTO the guy did fire at us. Okay, then
He
I
did
will
fire. The NTO
fire
guy
at him.
did fire. Yeah.
Here we go. I will
Captain
do
Steve,
ranged
it's-
combat.
Oh,
Bam.
oh, you are taking a shot. Okay, you hit him.
Yeah.
Roll damage.
I will roll.
This is the blaster
damage.
rifle. This is serious. This
Give
one. I
me
think
a
it's
moment.
D12 plus
I'm
12.
still.
Or no, it's
I'm
D12
still
plus 6.
learning.
This one.
Hold on. I'm still learning.
Rest in peace, Rusty.
Damage. Blaster pistol. Here we go.
Blaster rifle. Oh my days.
Oh! That's amazing. 12.
That's a great roll. That's a great
Yeah.
roll.
So yeah,
Amazing roll.
much like when Cassie slit that guy's throat and the blood fountained everywhere. You
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
your shot just connects with him in a way that it just seems to explode inside him, and the rib cage just
Yeah.
goes.
I'm moving like what was it from the Terminator 2, the T-1000. I'm
Yeah,
moving
yeah.
like the T-1000.
You don't know if it's that.
Benito
slightly-
is in the zone.
You don't know if
he's
it's
in
maybe
the
that
zone.
slightly off gravity that's
Yeah.
affecting it, but the blood splatter just seems to be more
Yeah.
violent.
But it's like, yeah,
yeah,
Bloody miss.
it's a little
more of a
cooler.
bloody mess. Yeah.
Yeah. He's in the zone. Yeah.
Okay, Rusty is dead.
Auto zone.
He never
Sorry.
knew his wife was cheating on him with John Redcorn.
Nope.
I don't even know what that means. It sounds funny.
It's a King of the Hill reference. Do you know the actor
Yeah.
that played John Redcorn died this year?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I
R.I.P.
didn't know that.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, rest in
Aw.
peace.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Okay, can I just point out that it always happens in threes? Malcolm
It's happened in
Jamal
like
Warner.
6 this week.
It's happened
No,
in like
yeah,
4
Malcolm
that I
Jamal
know of.
Warner,
Mm,
Ozzy,
yeah.
and then Hulk Hogan. Boom.
Yeah, and then-
threes.
No, it was a jazz. Who was the jazz guy?
Mangione.
Yeah, Mangione.
Oh, he died too.
yeah.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
one of the chefs from the Food Network committed suicide.
Oh,
Okay.
what a bright conversation
terrible.
this has turned into.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, as
We've already
we're
cut
like
life support.
possibly getting shot to death in space, and I
makes you think
screamed to
of
my,
things.
I tell my teammates to just leave him. He's the red herring, and we gotta
Just
go.
let's go. We
We
gotta
gotta go. We gotta go. We
Yeah,
got the data.
No
We got the
screwing
data.
around. We've got fidget
All right.
spinners on the boat.
We're
All
almost
right, Steve,
there.
That's
Come
your
on.
speech for the round. Would you like to move or do any actions?
Me?
Run.
Yeah, you. It's your turn.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just running. I am running to the boat.
Okay.
I can see Captain Smith saying, "Benito, leave your wig. Let's go."
hmm
Cassie's turn.
All right, same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
We are trying to get out of here, aren't we? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's now
Not
So
the,
screwing
close.
around.
it's now the Seamel's turn. So
Oh,
Uh,
wait. Should I heal the captain? You're pretty low.
yeah,
Me-
you could actually. That's a good idea.
Let me heal you, okay?
So you make a medicine roll and you've got +1 because of the med pack.
All right.
Okay.
Hit me with some stems, Cass. Oh, gosh.
You waste 1 use of your
I'm all
med pack.
slippery from the blood pile I just ran through.
Yeah, that's what it is. Everything goes
Yeah.
flying out your hands because of the blood.
You guys are scrambling. You're scrambling. You're running.
Fiddling, right? It's the Seamel's turn.
Yeah.
So first one aims
I
at
tried.
Camille. -1 on this.
wait, the door was still closed, right?
Oh, the door is still closed. Yeah. So the first one is going to use their turn to.
Yeah.
There's still
Now-
5 of them.
There's
Holy
5 of them.
shit.
Yeah. I don't have any. science or subterfuge skills for any of them. So how do I do this? I'm just going to
They're
say
gonna
that
have to use brute strength to open
I'm
it.
gonna
They're
say
because
gonna
that-
we
use
killed all the
grenades to blow it
mechanics.
open.
I'm going to say they've
No.
got. I'm going to say they've got a
No.
they've got a subterfuge of 4. So I'll just give them a D12 plus 4, and if they
Okay.
hit the 13, they can open it.
Don't blow us up.
Blow us up. You know you wanna.
So the first one fails. That's 1. They're all going to take a turn. The
Oh,
second
shit.
one. So
Okay.
that's a success. So the second one opens it. But his turn will be spent opening it.
Yeah.
And he
so
spent
we
his turn
wasted
trying
2
to
of their
open it.
attacks.
So 3 of them are going to run through. Yep, to there. And take shots. So they're within the 6 squares now. The last one isn't. So I'll take the last one at the back shoots at Benito with a -1 on his roll.
I do not have my back to him. I'm
Yeah, fair
backing
enough,
up this
fair
way.
enough, fair enough.
You will
7. What's his
Oh.
skill again?
-1. Don't forget the
I'm gonna roll again because I rolled the wrong thing. I'm just gonna roll it again.
not. All right.
Oop, I
I'm
rolled
good
the
with
wrong one. Ignore that one. That was close combat.
He doesn't shoot
Much
me in
better.
the back.
Ignore that
Yeah.
one. It's this one.
Okay.
Wait.
This one.
All right.
Aw.
And that's a hit.
What?
Okay, so
Yeah.
you're gonna take some damage.
Yeah, but I'm not. He doesn't hit me like a bitch.
No, it's
Oh,
not in the back.
fuck.
It doesn't hit you in the back.
Yeah.
You take 11
I'm-
damage.
Okay. Who's taking 11 damage?
Benito.
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 The,
Alright.
Ball.
the second
ball.
one
Eight
is going to shoot at Benito, and then the last one's going to shoot at Camille. Okay.
All right, hold on.
Okay.
Can I see my status on my sheet here?
Yeah, attributes and abilities.
Yep, you don't
Yeah,
even
hit
need to.
points.
You can
at the
take it
bottom.
straight
Hold on,
off your token, mate.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm looking.
Your
Hold on,
token
let me
is
see.
linked to your sheet.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Well, I still show 21 of 21.
Yeah, so just change it. How many did you take? 11.
Subtract 11 off of there.
So you just change that to 10.
Oh, I see it
If you
now.
go to your token, the
Hold on.
green one in the middle, you can click on the green circle, and
That's
you
right,
can
I've
change
got
the
it.
number on the inside.
All I know is I've got him turned around. He's gonna die with his boots on. He goes,
Make sure to scream huge before you go down.
And this last one is shooting at Camille.
huge.
Okay.
I got that, Dustin.
Ooh, Camille.
Oh no.
Oh, shit.
Camille can take 8 damage.
Okay. Tough.
That's half of yours, yeah. But it's your turn
Is
now.
it me and Camille? Is it me and Camille in the hallway there?
Yep. And Camille's just taking 8 damage.
Come on, you science bastard! Fight! Fight!
You
Fight,
two
you
have to
science
run.
nerd!
Run, you idiots, run!
Fight,
That's an
fight.
order!
Camille, it's your turn.
Fight!
All right. Keep giving me cover, 8 ball, and I just move forward. 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, and I'm gonna try to
Come on,
jam a stim
Camille.
state straight into my body.
Okay.
All right, you got this.
So roll medicine with +1.
Yep. There we
So
go.
you jammed a stim pack, for lack of
Yeah.
better phrase.
Well, he's opening up a first aid
Job.
kit, getting a bandage, he's doing
Yeah.
first aid. The kit gives him a +1 on the roll. You may now
Yeah,
roll
alright.
1d4 and heal that many hit points.
1d4.
Yep.
That ain't a
And-
lot.
And no, it's not. And that med pack has 1 use left because each med pack has
Oh,
2
it's a
uses.
4.
There you go.
Perfect.
Nice. So
Nice.
you've got 1 use left on that med pack.
So every med pack has 2.
Has 2
okay, cool.
uses, and you've used 1 on one of yours.
Okay.
I'm
Benito.
gonna write that down.
Okay, so help me understand this game system. Can I do action plus movement so I
Yep.
can fire?
You fire and then
Okay.
move.
Yeah, okay. So I am going to fire at whatever this asshole is, and
Now you don't have the
that-
same range restrictions as them. Range restrictions. You could move and then fire, and you wouldn't be shooting at a penalty because you've got a rifle.
That's all right. I'm gonna do the fire first.
Okay.
So I'm gonna fire at
Okay.
the guy right in front of me. My colleagues have moved back. I am going to do ranged combat, right? Is
Yep.
that right?
Yep.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Ooh, that looks good to
Nice.
me. That's a hit.
Nice.
You made
Yeah,
roll
okay,
damage,
that's
sir.
a hit. So
Mhm.
I'm going to go up to my macros. Hold on.
Damage
you guys-
blaster rifle. Now this is This
Yeah.
you can one hit these guys with this gun.
Give me a
easily.
second, because you guys have.
Blast them
You know,
away.
I love how you guys have done the macros, but I just didn't realize where are the macros. Well, where'd they go?
Top of the screen, the purple buttons at the top of the screen.
You might have to
That's
click
alright.
on your character
Click
on the map.
token.
Okay, hold on.
Click on
Yeah,
your
maybe
token, and then they'll
that's
show up
what
at
I'm
the top
doing.
of the screen.
That was it. Thank you, Sarah.
It's the fourth one
Blaster rifle damage. Here we go.
along.
Ooh, yes. That's good. That's good damage.
That's
Yeah,
Fucking A.
he's gone.
take him out.
I shot him in the face like an ice agent.
And the face just.
All right, that was a political joke.
Seamus, we were cancelled
just
3 hours
can't-
ago, mate. It's all right.
Yeah. Okay.
Figure out.
You
When
can let it all out.
Ice agent
Get
was
it
the
all
agent
out,
that
get it
was
all
shooting
out.
or
Yeah,
taking the
you're-
shot.
You're,
It's
you're
just-
banned after this one, so get it all out,
And
mate.
again, the irony is I'm actually a U.S. conservative. All right,
You're banned
all right,
after this one, mate. So get it all out.
All right,
Benito, are you making movement as well?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What was it? 6 I can move?
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, I shoot that guy in the face, and then I back up.
Ooh, you're getting pretty close to where you docked now.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we're so close. I like your idea of shooting the consoles
Yeah.
again to shut the doors. I
Mhm.
say we do
Once
that
we're all
again.
out in
When we're all
Once we
out.
get once we get past, then we lock them, and we go. Just go.
It's
Yeah.
your turn, Steve.
Captain, would it be better if we kill them all or leave survivors?
Cut the psycho shit, Camille. Let's just get the hell out of here.
Camille,
I
we
meant-
got eyes on you.
I'm just thinking diplomatically at the moment.
Diplomatically get to the ship.
Fuck the diplomatic.
Which would be the worst
Where's-
scenario for our government?
We're
The
supposed
worst
to be.
scenario is the
The
one where
worst
we
case
hang around
scenario
and get
is you
shot.
not getting the data. You've got the data. That's the important thing.
Yeah. we gotta
As far
just-
as your government is concerned, you have a license to kill.
Yep.
Steve, what are you doing apart from losing your marbles at your crew?
I'm coming over on this. Let's see.
We're all bunched
2,
up there,
3,
right?
4,
We're all
5, 6.
together.
That would be
We're all
6,
together.
yeah.
Alright,
That's
so
good.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna go.
Beautiful.
I'm gonna start keying up the ship.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring it close, and then I'm gonna pop through and start turning everything on so we can just get the hell out
Well,
of
you're
here.
physically docked to it. It's like you're at the other
Yeah.
side of the airlock.
Have I made it to the ship?
The ship is here, right?
No,
the
so-
ship is here.
So that's the airlock. Once you pass that, you're back on your ship.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
that's
but
the
I
end
Would
of your
close
turn.
the door for us, right?
I tell you to bring your happy asses to the ship, or
Get
no
in here
juice
now.
box tonight.
Cassie's turn.
All right. Yeah, I'm just running for it. 1, 2, 3.
Some cover,
4,
Dr. Jones?
5, 6.
No,
Okay.
Dr. Jones is leaving you behind.
Oh. Wait. Yeah. No. Let me cover. Well.
Are you going to do cover fire first and then run, are you? That's fine. You can do that.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. I went 1, 2, 3.
But you were here, I think.
I was right here, right?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
you were in this one.
All right. Some cover fire first.
Yep.
Will I
So
reach that far?
You've got -1 because of range.
All right. Let's see. I keep rolling a 1. I'm not very good with my
You're not
gun.
very good with the gun, Cassie. No. Now you may
I'm more of an up close and personal stabby type
stab
of
it.
girl.
Are you gonna? So you're gonna now run, yeah?
All right. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
1, 2, 3,
So,
4,
so,
5,
so in
6.
other words, you fired off like a stormtrooper that doesn't hit
I could
Pretty
have
much.
been, I could have been
and
really
just-
cruel and been making you make
Like-
agility rolls every time you move because of the floor and
Mhm.
stuff. But
I know.
I never thought of that quick enough. If I had thought of that, I would have done it. It's a good idea. Now
That's a good idea.
we come back to the sea mills.
Oh.
Now they're gonna try and get up close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's less than 6 away, so he can now shoot with no penalty. So he's gonna shoot at. Oh, let's just roll a dice. Odds it's Camille, evens it's Benito. Odds it's Camille.
All right.
Looks like David's going to be first to die tonight.
Do keep in mind that I have the data.
No, he's not. Oh!
No, he's got the data
She
spear.
does have the data as well. Oh, here we go, here we go.
Go grab the data!
Time to kill players.
God, that's right. Camille's got the
Oh,
data
okay.
chip.
Thank God I
damage,
healed.
you've got 1 hit
Thank
point
goodness you
left.
healed. Okay.
No, I healed. So I have
Alright,
Oh, yeah,
how
four
many-
left.
you added 4, so you've went up to 12, and then you've
Yeah.
just taken 7, so you're down to 5. Okay.
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 Ooh.
So this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, he's also 6 away. He can shoot it. No penalty. Okay. And
I
this
give him
one's
this. I give him this. I give him this as he's coming towards me.
this one's okay. Well, this is at you then, Benito. If you're doing that,
Yeah.
He's tanking.
Oh,
he hits you. He hits you. For 10. What have
Oh!
you got? You got 10 exactly. You go down. Now
Oh.
you're not. Now you're not dead. You're not dead at 0. Let me read it. I need to open up the deep space rules, so it's in the main rule book.
oh gosh.
Back up! Back up!
Damage.
Get out! Get out! Leave me!
Leave me.
Leave me, it's okay!
We cannot leave evidence.
No!
If your
Oh
score
my
reaches
gosh.
Doesn't
0,
matter!
And I
If you-
shoot you.
if your score reaches 0, you fall unconscious.
Doesn't matter!
If it falls below 0, they die unless someone with a medical skill makes a successful roll within their current strength scoring round. So because you went down to 0 and not less than 0, you're not actually dying yet, you're only unconscious.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
You're only
Oh,
unconscious, you are not dying yet. And the last 2 have still got their turns to take and the door is open now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
no.
6. And 6. And Camille is the only one standing because you drop unconscious, so they're both going to shoot at Camille now.
Oh God, I'm also gonna die.
Oh,
This
Ah.
could go awfully
both
wrong
of
right
us.
now, guys.
Both of us.
This could go awfully
gonna miss.
wrong,
They're gonna
awfully
miss.
quick.
That's a miss.
That is a
It's
miss.
a miss.
Please, please, please.
This could go awful wrong, awful soon.
Oh!
That is a miss.
Oh!
And it's Camille's turn. It's Camille's turn.
Camille, you're gonna escape.
Captain,
I
a little
fall-
help here. We can't leave
Yeah.
evidence.
Run!
No, as I
Alright.
fall. As
I'm
I
coming
fall.
to help him.
Do it,
You
Camille,
can't. It's not your turn, Sarah. Get back over there.
I stab
What?
my
It's not your
medpack
turn.
into.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I stab my medpack into his chest.
Okay. So make a medicine roll with +1.
No, drag him behind the door and
No.
close it.
Now you may roll D4 hit points.
I can roll D4?
No, well, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter who rolls it.
Well, hold on. Oh,
That's how
somebody-
much it'll
You
heal.
can heal 3
Three.
hit points.
3.
You're conscious and you have 3 hit points, but that was an so that was an action and you haven't moved yet, Camille, so I guess you
Yeah.
still have movement, yeah.
I'm also
So,
moving.
but Camille just put a.
Yep.
She just stabbed a what do you call that? With
An
like, in
EpiPen.
the
Med
movie?
kit.
No,
Med
so
kit,
it's not necessarily a stim pack, so it's a med kit, so she's hit you with like an adrenaline shot and she's bandaged your wound and she's done a couple of things.
Like.
Had you ever seen Pulp Fiction? Come
First
on.
aid, she's
Yes,
done
like in
first
the movie
aid, yeah.
Pulp Fiction.
Yeah,
That's exactly it, Sarah. That was.
yeah. You get the Mia
So
Wallace.
I stab him and I'm like,
I honestly think that Benito is like, why are you doing this? It's like,
and
like,
so
this is
I
saving
stab
me.
him and I'm like, back at it, soldier. You shoot the console.
No!
Yeah. Jeez.
Okay, so that's your action.
We
and
can't leave evidence.
You still have movement if you would like to move.
Yeah, I've moved. I've moved sideways here into the
Oh, so you have. Sorry,
So,
yes, you have.
yeah,
So,
1,
He-
2,
Yep.
He's
3,
over there.
4,
Benito,
5.
it's your turn.
So
You are
you stuck,
over
so
here
hold
on
on,
your
hold
own.
on, hold on. He stuck a fucking needle in my chest, revived me, and then left.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah,
You're-
it's your
you're a
turn.
soldier,
Move.
come
Run,
on.
run,
Listen,
run.
he's giving you a chance. You're on your own now.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
your
Don't
turn.
forget to shoot the console.
Yeah. Step on the other side of the door. Give that console a good punch or shoot, and then run the
You
rest
could always,
of the
you
way.
could also do a science or subterfuge to lock it as well. You don't have to jam it with a gun or whatever.
We just need to get you on the other side and lock that door so we can escape.
Right.
What's it going to be, Shaemus? It's your turn.
What
Come on.
is it? My turn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, run! Come to the ship!
Yes. All right. I apologize. What do I need to roll?
Are you just
All right,
running?
go to the other side.
Yeah, I'm
shoot
go-
the console
yes.
to close it, and then run up to the ship.
I just got
Yes.
like Pulp Fiction. I just
Yeah.
got an adrenaline shot to the chest.
You got this.
You're in the
Okay,
zone. They put all
You're
kinds of
pumped.
chemicals in there. You're fine.
Yeah.
How far can I move?
You could make
One,
it to there.
6.
You could make
two.
it to halfway through the door.
I can't.
Yeah.
Halfway through the door.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You could make it to there.
This is perfect.
I stumble.
As-
I stumble. Like he doesn't even know what's going on. All he knows is he hears the voices of his friends. He's crawling. I can make it. I can make it. I don't know what's going on.
Don't forget to shoot the door.
Steve.
Yeah, we're all telling you, shoot the door console.
Now, you've all made it to there, right? So
Lock the door.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that you can all, because they can't get round the corner and take a shot in their next turn. They can't shoot at you in their next turn. So I'm gonna say you can all make it onto the ship.
Okay.
Yeah.
But in order to get out of here, you're gonna have to make a pilot roll to escape, Dustin. I need you to make a pilot ship roll to get out of here.
Come on, Dustin. Come
All
on,
right.
Captain
All right,
Smith.
Dustin, you
Come
got
on,
this.
Steve Smith.
You've never
It's
failed this
just
roll
like the
before.
Escape album. Just like, hey, Steve
Final
Smith. Steve Smith.
countdown.
No, Oliver, no. Oh,
Yeah.
He
oh,
barrel rolls out of there. He barrel rolls the ship
Boosh!
in epic fashion.
barrel roll.
As a conglomerate army fighter, military fighter, comes round the other side of the ship, but you manage to jump into your hyperspeed just as it catches your trail, and you manage to make it out of the conglomerate system. And you can relax. You can all heal your wounds with your remaining med kits. You can all get back up to probably close to full health, and then you would be expected to report back. Now,
Well, that went swimmingly.
Yeah. Yeah.
you need to just now get the data back to military intelligence. So we'll hand wave the rest of the journey, and you make it back to military intelligence HQ, back in the government offices in the home planet of the RxOliver nation. And when you get this data back to the military intelligence, you will discover that Agent Solon had intercepted some encrypted data from the conglomerate. Working with other nations, they had planned to rig the Carmichael with explosives and ram it into another nation's populated moon. The intention being to start a war between the two nations and weaken them both. If it gets
the
out
Canadian.
that the Supreme Leader was working with other nations against the conglomerate doctrine that they initiated, no less, who knows how that would destabilise the entire
Yikes.
conglomerate. So,
Pretty much saved the galaxy. I don't know.
with that, you have perhaps saved the galaxy from a war between nations,
Yeah.
and you've successfully retrieved the data for the nation of RxOliver, and you've all survived, and you have completed a deep space quest. Be
Awesome.
silent, ship of death, everyone. You may all level up your characters. I'll explain how to level up after the session.
Nice. And
Awesome.
if you guys want to look at the chat window there, I put
That's the final
Journey Escape. That's
countdown. We can't play it because we'll get a copyright strike,
Yeah.
but it's the final countdown.
There's all kinds. There's all kinds. You guys have been great. You guys
You were all fantastic.
Final
Yeah, it was great.
countdown.
You were all fantastic. I'll debrief you about how to level up after I close out the video, but we'll do
Okay.
that. So, Benito,
That was
fantastic.
good.
Almost died. You were great. I loved it. You did about 12 different accents. You went from Russia to France and around the world again. It was the
All
old
around.
world. It was for people that miss Earth. It was the old world nostalgia for the people that miss Earth. I loved it.
Yeah.
And our little psychopath scientist who murdered all those people. You were fantastic, David.
Yeah.
It was great to play another game
Thank
with you. I'm loving
Yeah,
playing
exactly.
more
I
games
loved
with
it.
you, mate. Dustin, the captain, has survived his second mission. You get to do your second level up, and you've survived
Yeah.
another insane
Steve
crew.
Smith.
Well done,
Steve
Captain
Smith.
Steve.
Oh my
Dustin, thank
goodness.
you very much for playing.
Yeah,
He's a little neo-Trumpetian,
Mhm.
apparently.
And Sarah,
The orange one has chosen me to carry the message forward.
he does do that accent very well. He's a bit comfortable
he
with
does.
that accent.
Great.
And Sarah, you were amazing as always. It's always a pleasure
Yeah.
to play with you.
Yeah.
I'll see you two guys in 2 weeks for Savage Worlds.
Yeah.
And to the viewers, if you made it to the end, well done, because that was a carry on. Thank you very much for watching,
Yeah.
everyone. I am RxOliver. These spacemen are my friends. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.